evening and welcome to a night of playoff basketball with the Indiana Pacers. Tonight, the Eastern Conference Finals continue as the Pacers take on the New York Knickerbockers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. The Knickerbockers picked up their first win in this series, defeating the Pacers 106-100 Sunday night on this floor. The Pacers led by as many as 20 points and held a 10-point lead going to the fourth quarter. But New York outscored the Pacers 36-20 in the quarter. Karl Anthony Towns scored 20 all by himself, finished with 24 points and 15 rebounds, and the Knicks are back in the hunt, trailing 2-1. The Pacers now 10-3 in the postseason, 4-2 at home. The Knicks come into this game having played 15 playoff games. They've won 9 and lost 6. Surprisingly, they have really struggled on their floor, going 3-5, but they've been splendid on the road, including their win over the Pacers on Sunday. They've won 6 of 7. This series continues Thursday night. That'll be at Madison Square Garden in New York. If a 6th game is necessary, it's back here coming up on Saturday. And the 7th and deciding game in the series, should it go that far, would take place next Monday in New York. There was some question from the Pacer perspective as to whether or not Aaron Nesmith would be available. He rolled an ankle in that game on Sunday, but after being listed as questionable yesterday and then for a good part of today, it's been decided that he can play and he will start tonight. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Pacers lead the Knicks 2-1. Our on-site engineer, Scott Fenstermaker, our studio producer, Eddie Garrison. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We'll get to the starting lineups when we come back. You're listening to Pacers Playoff Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePirac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Hey Pacers fans, while we cheer on our team tonight, let's take a moment to remember an important cause. The Indiana Pacers proudly support organ donation. Signing up to be an organ donor is an incredible and easy way to make a difference. Organ donation saves lives, and when you say yes, you are creating hope for the more than 1,000 Hoosiers waiting on life-saving organ transplants. Say yes to organ donation next time you visit the BMV or learn more at donatelifeindiana.org. Now back to the action, and go Pacers!
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tonight it's the Pacers and the New York Knicks. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Time to take a look at our Ascension St. Vincent starting lineups. Pacers have started the same 5 in each of their 13 postseason games so far. That won't change tonight, although there was some question earlier as to the availability of Aaron Nesmith. He hurt an ankle in Game 3, left, did come back, but was listed as questionable yesterday and for a good part of today before it was determined that he could play tonight. And that means that Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard, and Tyrese Halliburton are the starting 5. For New York, Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges continue to start in the back. Brunson is averaging 34 points a game in this series. Karl Anthony Towns coming off of that big 24-point, 15-rebound game in Game 3 is in the front court. He had 20 of those 24 in the decisive fourth quarter. Josh Hart started the first two games. Mitchell Robinson started in Game 3. He's back out there again tonight, along with Agugwa Anunoby Jr., known to one and all as OG. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the Knicks. Indiana leading this best-of-7 Eastern Conference Championship Series, 2-1. With Pat and Eddie, I'm Mark. Before we go any further, let's take 10 seconds for network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
We are set to play Game 4. The Pacers look to take command. The Knicks hope to regain home court advantage. We'll find out how it plays out when we come back. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man.
Bell Tire.
Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart.
Bell Tire.
Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at
Bell Tire.
And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires.
Bell Tire.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers and the New York Knickerbockers. This is Game 4. In a best-of-7 Eastern Conference Championship Series, the Pacers in front 2-1. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We welcome those who have joined us from around Indiana, our affiliates in Salem, Indiana, WSLM, AM 1220 and FM 97.9. Our game night special tonight features the Pacers Racers short sleeve t-shirt. It's regularly priced at $35. It's on sale tonight for $20. Look for this and all other Pacers merchandise online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. Starting lineups the same as they were in Game 3. Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith against Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, and Agugwa, OG, Anunoby. Head coach of the Pacers is Rick Carlisle. The head coach of the Knickerbockers in his 5th season is Tom Thibodeau. Tonight's officials, as assigned by the NBA, John Goble, the crew chief. David Guthrie works, and so does Courtney Kirkland. Between the three of them, 63 years of NBA officiating experience. Pacers look to grab a 3-1 lead in this best-of-7. If the Knicks can tie the series tonight, they would then have home court in what essence boils down to a best-of-3 in Game 5 on their floor Thursday night. Pat Boylan is courtside with Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. Let's talk first about the New York lineup change. Last game, Robinson in, Hart off. Hart, though, played significant minutes. Robinson started ablaze, but after that was not necessarily all that significant. What did you make of the way Thibodeau used his personnel in Game 3?
Yeah, obviously Mitchell Robinson is a guy who's a force defensively, does a great job rebounding. It's a lot to deal with from a rebounding perspective when Robinson and Towns are out there together. But his conditioning, to me, seems to be in question. When he's energized, he's a major problem. Obviously, when he's not, he's a non-factor. I think you saw that in the second half. But Josh Hart is a guy with an incredible engine and motor, and he gets going and stays going the entire game. And that's where you saw him able to finish the game. He made key plays for this team. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that same type of cadence here tonight.
Pacers play in yellow tonight, blue numerals, blue letters, blue and white trim. New York is in blue with orange and white numerals, letters, and trim. Pacers are 4-2 on the home floor in the postseason. New York is 6-1 on the road. The Pacers lost game 3. They have not lost consecutive games since early March, a span of 32 games. The final 19 of the regular season and these 13 playoff games. Mitchell Robinson jumps against Miles Turner. New York controls the opening tip, and they'll bring it to the forecourt. Across the timeline, Brunson. He's right on that logo at center court. Bounce pass left edge. Bridges holds it there against Halliburton. This is the first possession of game 4. Bridges gets rid of it, right edge of the arc. Anunoby has it, Nembhard on him. 7 seconds to shoot. Anunoby drives it, backing his way in right side, fades from the wing and scores over Nembhard.
That's a tough shot there. Just too much size there for Nembhard, but pretty good defensive possession to open his game up.
He shot it well in game 3, went 6 of 9 and scored 16 points. New York scores first. Neesmith has it for the Pacers into the lane. Deep position for Turner. Pound it and put him on the line with a chance for a three-point play. They wrapped him up, but they only wrapped him up 88.63% efficiently. He somehow got those arms up and put it off the glass.
Incredibly tough finish, you're right. Because Bridges tried to completely keep those arms down, but great force and effort there by Turner to get the 2.
The foul is the first on Bridges. The free throw is good. Both teams score on their first possessions of the game. Indiana leading 3-2. Back comes Brunson for New York. Bounce pass on the logo. Bridges handles against Halliburton. Back to Brunson about 35 feet out right side. The shot clock is at 10. Brunson waits for the Robinson screen, but goes the other way, comes right down the middle of the lane, and then kicks it out to Bridges, who hits a 3. An excellent play by Brunson.
Yeah, he rejected the screen there. You got to make him use it, and he's able to get a free run to the basket.
Both teams have scored on their possessions. New York has had it twice, Indiana once. 5-3 for the visitor. Siakam with it, driving down the right side, confronted by Towns, an off-balance shot in the lane. Falls off the back of the rim. New York has the ball in a 5-3 lead. Brunson brings it to the forecourt. Driving to the baseline, and the pull-up rattles off from Bridges. It's rebounded by Halliburton. Pacers on the go, into the far corner, and Neesmith right in front of his own bench. A catch-and-shoot 3. He is over 70% from three-point range in this series. Pacers take the lead back at 6-5. New York with the ball. Brunson perimeter right. Backing in. He's at the dotted half. He's at the rim, and he scores again.
He plays so much bigger than his size would show.
Meanwhile, Siakam muscling his way to the goal. Turns Towns under the rim and laid it into the left hand.
Absolute. Just bully ball there against Towns.
8-7 Indiana. Both teams efficient offensively to start the game. Anunoby has it, hands it off to Bridges, back to the center of the floor. Brunson against Neesmith. Robinson screens. Neesmith tries to fight through but falls down. That gives Brunson a 3, but he missed it. Halliburton rebounds. 8-7 Indiana. Halliburton to the forecourt. Right edge of the arc, center of the floor, bombs away, and Turner launched a 3 off the back of the rim. Long rebound out near the foul line belongs to Bridges. It's 8-7 Pacers. Left wing Anunoby driving hard, falls down as he comes in on the left side, and he's on the baseline. His feet were on the baseline. Nembhard pulled the chair, and that's a turnover.
Classic vet move there is Anunoby's attacking hard. Nembhard shows some resistance, then just moves out the way. I'm not sure how there wasn't a travel called, but he ended up falling out of bounds anyway.
8-7 Pacers. 9:18 left in the quarter. Neesmith is clean up top. He hit a 3 earlier, and he buries one from up top this time. He is a three-point machine in this series.
Absolute dialed in right now from the perimeter.
11-7 Indiana. 3 minutes gone, first quarter. Bridges drives it to the foul line, now takes it to the dotted half, backs it up, Bouncing mid-post left. Towns turns on Siakam and puts it in off the left-hand glass. 11-9 for the Pacers. A very brisk pace to start the game. And Siakam will go to the line twice as he is fouled coming down the right side by Towns. New York is capable of playing at a higher pace than they prefer. That said, this pace, it seems to me, Eddie, definitely favors the Pacers.
Yeah, certainly advantageous here for the Pacers. And good early attack by Siakam. It looks like he and Towns banged knees. If you remember, in Game 3, Towns was limping a little bit with that left knee, and right now he's bent over holding it. Obviously going to try to battle through right now, but something to keep an eye on.
8:46 left in the quarter. Siakam continuing to be erratic from the line in this playoff, 67%. But he hits the first one here. He had 17 points in Game 3, had the big game in Game 2, and in the series is averaging over 24 per. He's his usual, consistent, reliable self.
Yeah, it's the efficiency that he plays with from the field. You referenced the free throw line volatility, but from the field, he has been a consistent player for the last couple seasons here for the Pacers.
And he knocks down both foul shots. The Pacers 3 of 3 from the line to start the game. And it's 13-9, Indiana leading by 4. New York has it. Bridges out near the timeline right of the logo. Robinson with a high middle screen. Bridges uses it to get into the lane, and then drifting to his left, misses a mid-range jump shot. Halliburton has the ball. The Pacers up early at 13-9. Halliburton drives it to the right side. The Knicks go to sleep, and Halliburton hits a three. They just dropped off of him as though he had never taken a three in his life.
Completely sleep at the wheel, and he had time to lace up the seams, let it go, and that's going to force a timeout here by the Knicks.
Pacers with a strong start. 8:14 left first quarter. Indiana leads 16-9. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
Both teams shoot well to start the game. Indiana 5 of 7. New York 4 of 7. The Pacers with the jump at 16-9. 8:14 left in the quarter. The WNBA All-Star Game coming to Indianapolis this summer. You can find out about tickets, volunteer opportunities, and event information by visiting WNBAllstar2025.com. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside here at the world's greatest basketball arena, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's go courtside. As usual, Pat Boylan is there. Good day, sir.
Mark Eddy, hello. Tonight, the Pacers look to display some more of that signature resiliency that has defined their season. The Pacers have not lost back-to-back games since March 10th. They've not lost back-to-back home games since December 31st. The last 7 times they've lost, they've followed that up with a win. If they can keep that trend going, they'll leave tonight 1 win away from the NBA Finals. And if you cannot tell here through my microphone, Mark, I would already say that tonight's crowd, louder than Sunday night's crowd, really energetic and electric down here.
Pacers playing well early, 16-9. They were a little bit stagnant in the second half offensively in Game 3. A lot of dribbling, not much ball movement. Just the opposite to start this game.
There's no question about it. Clearly lesson learned, at least so far anyway. Being able to move the ball and get the ball up the floor quickly with pace.
Neither team substitutes in the first timeout, and out of the timeout, Brunson from the left edge lobs it to the rim, caught on the right side of the rim and dunked by Robinson. His first scoring cuts the Pacer lead to 16-11. Halliburton strong drive, feeds Siakam, dotted half, further out to Turner, and he'll slide it right edge to Nesmith. Shot clock down to 10. Siakam bounces once, lets it fly and misses a 3, but there was a whistle previous to the shot, and the Pacers will play it in from the side as Towns picks up his second foul.
There you go. Now, again, that's another piece of the fourth quarter. Both Brunson and Towns battling foul trouble. Never really took advantage and went after them to see if they would play any sort of real resistant type defense, but we'll see Hart come to the table now.
Pacers make their first substitution. Ben Shepherd replacing Nesmith. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on Nesmith to see whether or not Carlisle can rely on him for his normal load.
Yeah, he looks fresh right now. He's able to pressure with no really ill effects of with that ankle in Game 3.
Towns takes his 2 fouls to the side, replaced by Josh Hart, and meanwhile a driving right hand in on the left side. Nembhard just a bit strong. Hart runs it the other way for New York. Terrific bounce pass from the left edge of the arc to the baseline cutter on the right side, and Anunoby finishes the play. It's 16-13 for the Pacers. Now Halliburton has it, right edge against Robinson, outside the arc, bluffs the 3. Center of the floor, Shepherd hands to Nembhard. Nembhard working Hart. Shot clock down to 10, into the lane. Siakam got in close and scored over Bridges.
Great aggression there with the duck in by Siakam, just punishes Bridges with the jump hook.
Siakam had 16 in the first quarter 2 games ago when he finished with 39. He has 6 of Indiana's 18 early. The Pacers are up 5. 5 minutes gone. Brunson from the foul line lets one fly with the predictable result. Boy, this guy is difficult to defend.
It's the turnaround that gets you every time, and he just uses his size and strength so well.
18-15, and now Nembhard loses the dribble. The turnover gives the ball back to New York. The Pacers have allowed the Knicks to get it inside Bridges, left of the goal, back to the hoop against Halliburton. Takes him into the lane, and he's on the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
He just caught the ball way too deep there, and Halliburton hits him on the elbow here. Just not enough resistance there prior to getting in that position.
New York can tie the game with this foul shot. Obadiah Toppin Jr. getting set to check in, and now Obi comes in for Siakam. Bridges on the line. He's averaging 17 a game in the series. He's only 3 of 6 from the line, though, unusual, in that he's an 81% shooter during the season. He can tie the game with this foul shot, and he does. New York out of the timeout has used a burst to tie the game. They're on a 9-2 run. The game is tied at 18. Halliburton with it, right edge of the arc. Turner screens. Halliburton steps back, launches, and hits a 3 from 30 feet out right side.
There's no hesitation there. It's really decisive. Just creates a little space and lets it go.
Pacers shot just 20% from out there in Game 3. They're 4 of 5 to start this game, and they lead 21-18. Game 3 notwithstanding, they've been excellent from three-point range in these playoffs at better than 40%. Here comes Brunson again, pulling up, dead on 3, and he scores again. Brunson has 7. He went just 1 of 5 in that Game 3 win from three-point range. Knocks one down here. Game tied at 21. Halliburton the other way, right edge of the arc, left-hand bounce, picked up by Robinson on a switch. Halliburton toying with him, now goes right sideline, takes it back from Toppin, fakes, drives, pulls up from the foul line, and delivers.
I like it. I like the aggression. Attacking, getting vertical, able to create some space with the step back.
Both teams very efficient to begin the game. Indiana 8 of 11 from the floor. New York is 9 of 12. The Pacers lead by 2. 5.5 minutes left in the quarter. Another 3 for Brunson, and he is on fire. He's got 10 points in the first 6.5 minutes. New York is in front 24-23. Halliburton driving, lost the ball as he came into the lane. He was fouled on a reach-in. Looked like Bridges got his hand in there.
You got...
Nope, Robinson is called.
The question is this on the shot attempt. Looks like they're going to give it to him on the gather. And he will get 2 free throws here. And Halliburton and Brunson playing a little game of anything you can do, I can do better right now, exchanging big baskets.
He'll shoot 2. He had 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals in that loss in Game 3, and he was very self-critical afterward, blaming himself for the Pacers' inability to get into their normal rhythms and routines offensively. I don't know that that's totally warranted, but I'm always impressed when one of your better players is willing to accept responsibility for something.
There's growth and power and acknowledgement and ownership and responsibility of what's going on out there. We know he's the focal point offensively, and to his credit, he owns it. And right now, he's being much more aggressive than what we saw in that second half.
3 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 2 from range, 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He made the 2 foul shots here. The Pacers back up by 1. Brunson having a strong first quarter, driving it with the right hand, spinning to the left hand. He's at the dot at half. He wheels to the goal, but his left hand doesn't cooperate. And here comes Halliburton. Cross court, right side, Neesmith. He comes soaring in and slams it with the right hand. 27-24 Indiana. New York wasting little time countering, but a jump shot from the right side off target, and the rebound slapped out of bounds with 4:43 to go in the quarter. Bridges missing. They're shooting 67%. The Pacers are shooting 75%. And Indiana leads by 3.
And with that foul, Pacers are shooting free throws here for the last 4:43. Halliburton gets another opportunity to go to line. Already tallies 10 points here, and the intensity and focus that he's playing with, very impressive right now.
And it is worth noting as Timothy John McConnell Jr. checks in for the first time, TJ, as Halliburton hits the foul shot, will play with Toppin, Halliburton, Turner, and Neesmith. His dad, John, is back in the building tonight. He had been sent to the corner without dessert for what? A series and a half, right? The whole Cleveland series.
Yeah, that happened at the end of the Milwaukee series. That's right.
I'll say this about that, not to editorialize. I think John was appropriately penalized, but it's so heartwarming to see him coming back in to support his son.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Any of these opportunities here, you know, when you get out here and you get a chance to support your son in these moments here, these moments aren't promised. So great to him have this ability to take advantage of this experience right now.
Halliburton hasn't missed. 3 of 3 from the floor, 4 of 4 from the line. These foul shots put the Pacers in front by 5. 4.5 to go in the quarter. Brunson, right edge. Hart's got a good, clean look, and he takes advantage, nailing a 3. 29-27. Both teams continue to shoot with extraordinary accuracy. For example, both teams are 4 of 5 from three-point range. Siakam backing in. He's got a size advantage, but he got into the lane and couldn't convert. Precious Achiuwa is on the floor for the first time in this series for New York. They turn it over. 3-on-1. Toppin takes it from Halliburton down the middle of the lane with a 2-hand slam.
That's a big-time job of getting back. Transition defense starts your offense. Again, these 2-on-1 breaks there will finish in the dunk by Toppin.
Miles McBride is also on, so they've got Achiuwa, McBride, Hart, Brunson, and Bridges. Achiuwa right edge to the top of the circle. Picks up the dribble. Knocked out of his hands by Toppin. Rescued by Brunson. In on the left side. Flips in a left-hand floater as he's fouled. He is having a terrific first quarter with a dozen. He's on the line, and although they're far from the only two doing well in the first quarter, Brunson and Halliburton are really putting on a show here.
An absolute show here, and Brunson seemingly keeping his...
The Pacers are going to take a timeout.
They're going to get a review.
Wow. Well, that surprises me. We'll sort it out when we come back. 3:43 left in the quarter. Indiana 31, New York 29. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Wait, seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Today we have two very special guests on our program. Introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Mary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
3:43 left in the quarter. The challenge denied. We saw it on replay. It looked, Eddie, just like it did in live action. I was really surprised the Pacers challenged that.
Yeah, interesting one. They've been spot on with these reviews seemingly throughout the season. They've done an excellent job led by Mike Warner and that staff on the bench, but this could prove to be a big miss, understanding that they won't have anything remaining the remainder of the game.
3:43 left in the quarter. Pacers in front 31-29. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. And when it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same, putting you in control of your own financial future. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Here's Pat Boylan.
Yesterday at practice, Rick Carlisle revealed that Aaron Nesmith would likely be a game-time decision with that right ankle sprain. He suffered it in the third quarter on Sunday's Game 3. Well, apparently best-case scenario, Nesmith is not only available, but was listed available about 2.5 hours before tip when the Pacers announced it. So he did not end up being a game-time decision. Rick Carlisle said pregame he's doing better than expected. As for his limitations, none planned in terms of minutes restrictions, but Carlisle said he'll be watching him closely. And just watching Nesmith here so far, he's knocked down a couple of threes. He has a dunk. He looks to be moving well on that ankle.
Out of the timeout, it's McConnell, Toppin, Halliburton, Siakam, and Nesmith against Bridges, Hart, McBride, Achua, and Brunson, who's on the line, looking to complete a three-point play and succeeding. He has scored 13 for New York in this first quarter. Halliburton has scored 12 for Indiana. The Pacers lead 31-30. They bring it right to left in yellow. Into the right corner, Siakam takes it from Halliburton, brings it back outside. Near the hash mark, Nesmith. Bouncing with the left hand. He got away from Brunson. He's in the lane. Near corner, Toppin bluffs the three with 8 to shoot. Out to Halliburton, driving in the lane. Dotted half, and he put it off the back of the rim. It's rebounded by Achua. 3:19 left in the quarter. 31-30 Pacers. Brunson attacking again. A flop by Nesmith. He didn't get a whistle. Here's a three, and it's an air ball. Brunson left edge, and it sailed out of bounds.
I thought Halliburton made a very nice recovery and may have gotten a hand on it. Looks like he did not, but great extra effort there.
He is credited with a block, so you saw it correctly. He did get a fingernail on it. And at the other end, he pulls up from 37 feet, 4 1/4 inches, and hits a three.
Have yourself a quarter, Zero.
To say the least. 15 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. 34-30. Pacers by 4. New York attacking. Bridges out on the left edge. They come left to right in blue. Stalking Halliburton, but Bridges blows by him. However, as he comes in on the left side, he misses the right-hand layup. Pacers take a 4-point lead to the other end, make it a 7-point lead as Siakam hits a three out of the right corner.
Good advance of the pass there by Halliburton, and Siakam just tees one up.
Pacers having a magnificent first quarter offensively, not quite as effective defensively though, and as Achua drives in, he's fouled and he'll go to the line twice. The Pacers are shooting 71% from the floor, 6 of 7 for three-point range. That is, to say the least, very pleasing. On the other hand, 63% for the Knicks, 4 of 6 from three-point range, and I imagine that Carlisle's a bit concerned about that.
And that's the key. You can't fall in love with the shot making right now. At some point, you have to sit down in the stance and control the basketball, slow Brunson down, and try to mount some stops.
Foul shot is good. Tony Bradley will get work for the third consecutive game. He has now played in 7 of the 14 games, but he only played in 4 of the first 11. And he's given the Pacers, although limited minutes, some very quality work.
And that's just it. You talk about going out there and work your minutes. He is a great illustration of that, regardless of how limited they may be. He goes out there, he plays fundamentally sound basketball.
Foul shots both good. Robinson is back in, replacing Achua. 2:16 left in the quarter.
Good game action.
Well, I tried to get it in game action, but Thibodeau wouldn't play the guy until tonight.
Appreciate you sparing us during the postgame.
McConnell to Neesmith. That line drive three is long. Uncontested rebound, McBride. He races into the forecourt. His team down 5 with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Anunoby left sideline. Hands it off to Robinson, way outside his comfort zone. He'll shovel it right edge. Hart takes it to the top of the three-point arc with 10 to shoot. Handoff. Anunoby off a Robinson screen, pulls up right edge, lets a 3 go and misses. Rebounded by Neesmith. He wastes little time heading for the other end. Shovels it to the side, and Brunson cut in front of Halliburton and stole it. He heads for the other end, dropping it perimeter left. A long 3. Anunoby is short. Offensive rebound, Hart. Far corner, Brunson. A 3 on the way, back rim. Weak side rebound, knocked away from Hart by Halliburton. Siakam has it in the forecourt. He got to the goal and laid it in. That was a terrific play by Halliburton at the other end.
No question, he's beat. Hart has him in a bad position, but he sticks with it and able to come up with the deflection to start the break.
Pacers by 7, 67 seconds left in the quarter. Brunson bounced it off his foot into the backcourt, and that's an over and back violation.
Uncharacteristic, but big-time play here as the Pacers have a 7-point advantage. Minute 04 remaining. Really important to close this quarter out.
Halliburton gets his first rest as Benedict Mathurin checks in. 15 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds in the first quarter.
Outstanding response. And you talked about him having the ability to take ownership of what happened in Game 3. He's come out in a major way here in Game 4.
Mathurin, who has played limited minutes in each of the last 2 games, will immediately look to contribute and hit a 20-footer from out on the right edge.
Yeah, that's what I want to see from him. Just come out, be aggressive, play your game. Sometimes in these last couple seems to be a little bit timid, and that's uncharacteristic of him.
Pacers have scored almost as many points in the first quarter as they scored in the entire second half in Game 3, and now they had Brunson in trouble. He was trapped up against the timeline, but the contact ultimately results in a whistle as he fell into the backcourt. And the Knicks will inbound with 48 9/10 seconds to play. Neesmith did get him with his rear end.
He did. He just, and, you know, it was really a misstep. He tripped over the foot of the screener. I think it was Mitchell Robinson up there trying to set a ball screen. And when he trips over the foot there, he just leans into Brunson.
After this, New York will be shooting penalty. McBride has it, left corner. Bradley out there on a mismatch. McBride's going to shoot a 3 over Bradley and connect. He was very instrumental in their second half comeback in Game 3.
Yes, I thought he was very good when he was able to spell Brunson with that foul trouble.
41-35, Pacers by 6 in a very high-scoring first quarter. Here's McConnell down the left side. He fed it to the alertly cutting Mathurin, who took it down the middle and laid it in with a right hand.
You like that? We've seen that a time or two, that two-man game between McConnell and Mathurin as he's cutting to the basket.
A 43-point first quarter and an 8-point lead. There is time, 7 seconds between game and shot clocks. Brunson with a leisurely left hand out near the timeline. Shepard is on him. Mathurin comes on a double team. The pass to the foul line. Hart. They tried to slide it into Robinson. Siakam broke it up. 9 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes McConnell down the right side to the right baseline, across the lane, right to left, sends it to the top of the circle. Siakam lets it go and misses as the first quarter draws to a close. A very good first quarter for the Pacers, and after one, it's the Indiana Pacers 43, the New York Knickerbockers 35. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Cambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining health insurance.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox Party Punch is a fan favorite for the Indiana Pacers. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. And there ain't no party like a Beatbox party.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, this is Tyrese Halliburton, and you're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
And Tyrese Halliburton brilliant in the first quarter, 15 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. He hit 3 threes. The Pacers in all of Game 3 hit 5 threes. The Pacers in quarter 1 of Game 4 hit 6 threes. In the second half of Game 3, 42 points. In the first quarter of Game 4, 43 points. It's the most they've scored in a quarter in the playoffs. New York with a good quarter offensively, though, as well. They shoot 56% from the field. They shoot 50% from 3. Indiana's lead after 1 is 8, 43-35. I'm Pat Boylan as we go back upstairs to Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill.
Indiana will start the second quarter with T.J. McConnell, Ben Shepherd, Tony Bradley, Benedict Mathurin, and Pascal Siakam. The Pacers are in the yellow tonight. Blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. And New York has yet to break huddle. We'll spot their lineup when they do. Josh Hart will stay in the game. And the other folks out there for New York, DeLon Wright, who had barely played in these playoffs until Game 3 and then put in a solid 13 minutes and 20 seconds on Sunday. OG Anunoby is out there. Karl Anthony Towns returns. He left early with 2 fouls. And Miles McBride is out there. Indiana right to left will have the ball. The second quarter is underway. The Pacers led by as many as 9 in that first quarter. New York's biggest lead was 2. Pacers right to left. Mathurin has it, right edge of the arc. Ball knocked out of his hands. He tracks it down out near the timeline. Now moving to the center of the floor. And his 3 spins around the rim, falls off, out of bounds, last touched by Indiana's Tony Bradley.
Mathurin gets a very nice look there. They run a little timeout to keep him going as he's off to a nice start.
We watch that rebounding closely. That's an area of weakness for the Pacers. They were out-rebounded by 7 in each of the first 2 games. They out-rebounded New York by 1 in Game 3. Towns has it, backing in on Siakam left side. Mathurin shows a double team. Pass into the lane, loose on the baseline. Good play by Hart. He picked it up as it was falling out of bounds, and he threw it off of Siakam's back. New York will have it. Baseline far side. They've got 4.5 seconds to get a shot. .23 left in the second quarter. Indiana leading by 8. Ball in. Quick catch and shoot. Far corner. McBride missed it. Weak side rebound. Mathurin. He hands it to McConnell. Up the floor. Siakam. Left side wing. He's outside the arc against Towns. Now wandering toward the center of the floor. Picks up the dribble, hands it to Mathurin. Hard drive down the left side. He'll flip it off the glass and put it home. Mathurin really struggled in games 2 and 3, but he's been able to contribute here early in Game 4.
I love his decisiveness right now. He's just catching it and just trying to attack the basket.
Speaking of attacking, Towns moved it to the top of the circle, but couldn't clear the shot on Bradley. Now he'll slide into the post, and he'll take it against Bradley, who fouled him.
Well, see, and That's what Towns does. In this particular play, I believe Towns does hook him there. He's got his arm pinned there. But Towns with 2 fouls again. And he's matched up with Siakam on the other end.
Pacers do not have a challenge. They made what at the time appeared to be an ill-advised decision to challenge, and it was denied almost immediately. They do not have one the rest of the way. Now McConnell takes the dribble away from Towns. Center of the floor, Mathurin in a crowd. He laid it up too hard with the right hand. And New York will run now 2 against 3. Right side right, takes it to the top of the three-point arc. And now gets it left edge for a long 3. Towns off the catch. Karl Anthony Towns has 5, and his 3 cuts the Pacer lead to 45-38. Strong drive McConnell, right side finish.
Wow, tough finish there. Really defended well by McBride, but McConnell gets it to go anyway.
Quick attack to the other end, and Siakam had to foul to deny his one-time teammate in Toronto, Anunoby, who will go to the line twice. That's the second foul on Siakam.
I made this comment earlier. Pacers play is certainly in the Pacers' favor, but if you're not going to get stops, get back, and contest layups, the Knicks are just as well an advantage.
It can be very easy to mischaracterize the Knicks as Anunoby gets this free throw. They're always in the bottom 2 or 3 in pace. They're either a little better than that, 26th. And that is their preferred style. But if you give them daylight, they will run.
Well, that's just it. If you have 5 gold jerseys back, matched up, and in front, they'll slow it down to be a little bit more deliberate. But if your defensive transition is slow, they're happy to take layups.
And here, the foul results in a pair of Anunoby foul shots. He's got half a dozen. From the line, the Pacers are 7 of 7. New York is 6 of 6. Indiana leads by 7. Yet another strong drive by McConnell, but it's going to be erased. A moving screen, that high middle screen from Turner, and that's his first. The Pacers have now turned the ball over 3 times. New York has given it away 5 times.
Yeah, that's an easy call there for the official. Turner pretty much just wraps him up as McConnell's coming off of that screen.
New York will play it in from backcourt. They're down by 7. Pacers shooting 65% from the floor. New York 56%. Both teams have been very effective on the offensive end. And here comes Wright on the logo at center, bouncing at left side edge. From there, going to work in the game for the first time, Landry Shamet. He played for the first time in the series in game 3. And he gets it to Anunoby, who pulls up and scores from the foul line. They've got Shamet, Wright, Hart, Towns, and Anunoby. That field goal cuts the Pacer lead to 5, and now Mathurin nearly threw it away. Good save on that sideline by Shepard. Pacers have the ball right to left, leading by 5. Backdoor cut, Shepard, and Turner got it to him right baseline for a layup.
Beautiful cut there by Shepard, and he gets an easy layup to go.
49-42, and now New York comes to the forecourt, and they have decided to take a timeout.
They got Shamet down on the floor. They were forced to. They were playing 4-on-5 on the offensive end.
We'll sort that out when we come back. The Knicks taking a timeout with an injury concern. Every time the Pacers connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of Hoosiers each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. Early second quarter downtown, it's Indiana 49, New York 42. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans.
Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Plan ahead for that next conference room meeting at work and watch people come to life when you walk in the room with that purple box from Jack's Donuts. You'll have plenty of choices with over 30 varieties of donuts. Add a 96-ounce box of Jack's Donuts coffee and hit that conference room in style. Let Jack's Donuts take care of your next big corporate meeting. Jack's Donuts since 1961. Learn more at jacksdonuts.com.
At every Pacers home playoff game, look for the happy hour discount prices up until tip-off at the Yingling Flight Deck at Section 13, the Patron Bar near Terraces 1 through 4, the Sire Spirits Bar at Section 216, and the Upland Bar at Sections 201 and 232. 9:23 left second quarter. Pacers have been in front most of the first half. Biggest lead 10, current lead 7. With Eddie, I'm Mark. Let's go to Pat.
Tom Thibodeau, a coach known for a rigid lineup and playing heavy minutes, did neither of those things in Game 3 and came away with a win. Thibodeau played a new starting five, a new rotation, and perhaps most importantly for his team's chances the rest of the way, less minutes. His 5 starters averaged 33 minutes per game. The Pacers' 5 starters averaged 34 minutes. Thibodeau downplayed some of that postgame, saying the minute allotments haven't changed all that much, noting Josh Hart still played 34 minutes off the bench. But so far tonight, he's gone 10 deep and appears to be in a similar mindset.
Andrew Shamet was hurt previous to the timeout, but not badly. He's still on the floor, and he's got the ball out of the timeout. They're in blue, the Pacers in yellow. They're down 7, moving left to right, and the shot clock is at 8. Edge of the arc, right side, Towns, backing in on the smaller Mathurin, got to the goal, up and under, beautiful play, right to left with the finish.
Yeah, Turner a step late, trying to provide some help there.
49-44 Pacers, and now as Shepard dances around on the perimeter, he's fouled by Shamet. His first team fouls, Pacers 2, New York 1. Shot clock at 17, game clock at 8:57. The Pacers have the ball and a 5-point lead. Shepard gets it in, Turner has it. Out on the right edge, handing it back to McConnell, who walks it to the center of the floor, played by Wright. Now driving to the right wing, gets it to Turner, top of the circle. He'll launch and miss long off the back rim. Hart rebounds for New York. They're down 5 and attacking left to right. Center of the floor, Towns near the logo. Puts it on the floor, driving it on Turner down the left side, and Turner blocked the shot. A foul called. The Knicks want a goaltend.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a foul on the play here in a shot attempt, but it was close to the glass. We'll see what they call.
Very close. Foul is on Turner in his second. And no goaltend, apparently. Did we get a look at a replay?
I didn't get a chance to see it. The angle I saw, I didn't get a good shot at it.
Towns will shoot 2, 83% during the regular season. He had 24 points and 15 rebounds in that big Game 3 win for New York. They have played 15 playoff games, and he has a double-double in 10 of them. His foul shot here is good. He has scored 8 points in the first half. During the regular season, the Pacers and Knicks played 3 times, and he was superb. 30-plus points, a dozen rebounds a game, 57% from the floor, and he made 7 of his 15 three-point shots. Siakam returns, Turner leaves. Siakam also has 2 fouls.
Yeah, it's a precarious situation. Rick Carlisle's in here. I wanted to see if he would sub Turner. He does, but he brings in another one of his key guys who also himself has 2.
For New York, Towns has 2 fouls. He hit the first foul shot to pull New York to within 4. And the second one cuts it to 3. Pacers scored 43 points in the first quarter. They scored 6 points in the first 3.5 minutes of the second. And now the ball free in the Pacer front court, taken by Wright. He brings it into the forecourt. Did they call the carry?
A double dribble, but I can see that here.
Boy, they waited long enough to call it.
And there's an official trotting alongside. It was the far side official who ended up calling it.
On the previous possession, McConnell's drive to the goal unsuccessful. Wright credited with a blocked shot, but then the Knicks turn it right back over. 8:20 left in the quarter. McConnell has it way out right edge. Center of the floor, Mathurin. Off the top and screen. Shot clock at 10. Driving to his right. Got a half a step on Hart, and he's fouled as he comes down the right side. He has been extremely aggressive and proactive here in the first half.
There's no question about it. That's where he's at his best. You know, we talk about him playing with a high motor, always in attack mode. Sometimes you like to pull the reins back, but it's easier to do that than to speed a guy up. I feel like over the last couple games he's been a little bit hesitant, but not so much here tonight. He stepped on the floor and was aggressive immediately.
He shoots too. That's maybe been his Achilles since coming into the league. His passion and drive are a big part of why he is successful.
Yes.
But occasionally he loses control of it, both physically and emotionally.
Yes, but again, I mentioned this before. Give me that guy
100%.
Much more, really 100% times more than the guy I got to try to start his engine each and every night.
Because you can dial a guy back.
Correct.
I've yet to see the guy that you could turn his engine on.
Yeah, you can't ramp that. It's just too much of a task to continue trying to ramp that guy up.
Mathurin here has scored 7 as he hits the first foul shot. The Pacers are a perfect 8 of 8 from the line. They lead by 4, Mathurin with 1 more. In the previous 3 games, he'd scored a total of 11 points. And here in this game, as he rolls the second free throw in, he scored 8 points in the first half. 51-46 Pacers, 8:09 left in the half. Wright brings it up, McConnell defends. Right into the forecourt, through the logo, moving left to right. Hands it off to Anunoby. Mathurin is on him. The shot clock is at 10. Now Towns left side, backing in on Siakam. Mathurin shows a double team. Pass into the lane. Anunoby too far under. Bounces it into the near corner, and that's a big 3 from DeLon Wright.
Huge 3 up against the clock. Great defense there by the Pacers.
He is not a good three-point shooter, only 27% during the season, but he had no choice there. Ball knocked away from Mathurin. He got it back. Pacer lead down to 2. Siakam right of the lane, and he threw it away, trying to get it to Shepard in the corner. Turnovers now. New York has given it up 6 times, Indiana 4. New York down 2, 7:24 left in the second quarter. Anunoby got to the goal, staggering down the middle of the lane, and laid it in. The Knicks have come from 10 down to tie the game, and the Pacers will take a timeout. The Noblesville Boom will be bringing high-impact action and unbeatable value to the arena at Innovation Mile this fall. You can visit noblesvilleboom.com to place a $50 deposit that secures season tickets for the first season of Boom. Tied at 51, 7:19 left in the second on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits. The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
At Gainbridge Fieldhouse, New York has gone on a 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And they've tied the game at 51. They've never led by more than 2, and they've trailed by as many as 10. This key stretch of the game, a presentation of Key Bank. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Here's Pat Boylan.
The message in the Pacers huddle, pretty simple, to continue to move the ball, to continue to stay aggressive. But Indiana offensively has had tons of success. They're shooting 62.1% from the field. The Knicks are shooting 62.1% from the field.
Well, we're getting a lot of former Pacers shown on the scoreboard. I'm starting to think that everybody who ever played here is at the game tonight.
It's a good job being able to bring some of the guys back, and Lance Stevenson remains a crowd favorite.
Lance is here. Danny Granger is here tonight. Rick Smith. Who else is here? Jermaine
O'Neal, Dale Davis.
Antonio Davis is here.
Antonio Davis. Derek McKee, he's a mainstay. He lives here local. He gets to many of the games.
George Hill is here. All watching what so far has been a very entertaining, competitive game. Tied at 51. Tyrese Halliburton back in for the Pacers. So is Andrew Nembhard. Turner, Toppin, and Neesmith are on the floor. The Pacers look to get the lead back. Halliburton drives it right wing. Picks up the dribble with 6 to shoot. Out toward the timeline. Nembhard drives to the foul line. He'll let it go from there, and it's rebounded by Towns. Slapped out of his hands by Neesmith, but he picked it back up. Got it to Hart. New York can take their first lead of the second quarter. Hart has it, perimeter right, lobbing it into the lane. It's knocked away from Towns, picked up by Nembhard. Nembhard, center of the floor to the top of the arc, gives it to Neesmith, back to Nembhard. He drives it on Towns, right to the front of the rim, but the shot is blocked. He tried to go with a left-hand scoop, couldn't get it to the rim. Anunoby got it, and the ball is in Wright's hands for New York. 6:28 left in the quarter. Game tied at 51. Wright with it, left-hand bounce out near the timeline, center of the floor, Hart. Hart played by Neesmith. 6 seconds to shoot. Hart still outside the arc. 4 seconds to shoot. He will. His 3 skips off the rim. Toppin controls for Indiana. And here comes Halliburton. Back to Toppin. They'll let him shoot from there. And he's short with a 3 from the right edge. Pacers have gone cold here in this quarter. They shot it brilliantly in the first quarter, but in this quarter they're just 3 of 10. Game tied at 51. Left sideline. Wright has it. Toppin is on him. Under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Towns up to screen. Wright goes pick and pop, left edge, and now Towns decides to drive it. Turner falls. Towns continues, and as he gets to the goal, he was denied by Toppin, who's charged with his second foul.
Towns is just such a beast to deal with on this end of the floor because he shoots it with so much range. You close out there. He's good enough to put the ball on the floor, 1 or 2 dribbles. It helps our defense. It's just a little bit too late there by Toppin. He had no choice but to foul.
Towns shoots 2. He made a pair earlier in the game. He was picked up in that big trade with Minnesota. They're over in the Western Conference Finals playing with, among others, Dante DiVincenzo, who came in that trade. Julius Randle's also over in Minnesota now. If both teams were healthy, Towns misses the first free throw. This New York team or last year's New York team, totally healthy, which would you prefer?
This New York team.
Why?
I just think Towns is a better player than Julius Randle. I think he moves the needle significantly more than what Randle does. Even though Randle, I think, is probably a better defender, I think Towns is just a much better offensive player.
He made 1 of 2, and then the Pacers threw the inbound pass away after the second make, but Wright missed a layup in traffic, and at the other end, Halliburton pulls up with that set shot 3 from directly up top.
That's a huge play, a 5-point play. DeLone Wright, great steal, couldn't finish. Halliburton makes him pay.
That second foul shot by Towns gave New York their first lead of the second quarter. He's backing in right side, cross court. He found the open man beautifully, but the 3 out of the corner is off target. Anunoby, 5:10 to go in the half. Here comes Halliburton again. On top, met by Shamet. He's on the logo at center court. Turner up with the high middle screen. Halliburton drives, lets it fly. This time, though, from the left edge, his 3 is off target. Hart brings it back for New York. Right edge of the arc, slows, waits, gives it up on top to Towns, and Towns is fouled by Nembhard.
So again, even though Nembhard has a significant advantage out on the perimeter in terms of guarding him. Nembhard had to sprint out to try to get it running off the three-point line, but he's out of position. And it's a great read by Towns. He's able to just drive the hip and draw the foul.
New York put the Pacers on the line with 4:43 left in the first quarter. The Pacers have put the Knickerbockers on the line with 4:53 left here in the second. And Towns shoots 2. He's 3 of 4 from the line. He's got 10 points, so does Anunoby. Brunson is their leading scorer with 13. Halliburton has 18 to lead all scorers. First foul shot is good. Siakam is in, Toppin is out. Brunson returns for New York, so does Bridges. So they have 4 of their 5 starters on the floor. In fact, the 5 on the floor now are the 5 that started the first 2 games. Brunson, Bridges, Towns, Hart, and Anunoby.
And Brunson got himself a nice rest, played the entire first quarter, and this is the first time we're seeing him here in the second.
Game will be tied if Towns hits this foul shot, which he does. Both teams strong from the line. The Pacers, in fact, perfect, 9 of 9. New York is 11 of 12. Halliburton, left hand, penetrates the arc. He's in the lane. He's at the dotted half, and he scooped it off the glass.
Beautiful job of just attacking, gets to his layup.
He's got 20, and the Pacers are in front, 56-54, 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Towns gives it up, Hart handles, and now it's Brunson's turn, perimeter right against Nembhard. 10 to shoot. Center of the floor, Towns. He thought about a 3, now drives it on Turner, and Turner stripped it away, but Towns picked it back up and laid it in. Towns having a big second quarter. The game is tied at 56, 10 of his 12 here in this quarter. Halliburton way out left edge, right hand, center of the floor, penetrates down the right side. Looked like Bridges got a piece of the shot, and Hart brings it back the other way. Bridges, forecourt, right edge of the arc, nice backdoor bounce pass, but Brunson missed the layup coming up and under right to left. This leads to a Pacer break, and Halliburton has it, attacking Hart, right side, bounce down low, and a foul as Anunoby tried to go over Turner's shoulder to break up the pass and instead picked up his second foul. Ball in from the side. We'll take 10 for network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2, W298BB, WIBC HD3, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Pacers inbound, Turner free, passes up a foul line jumper, drives it to the front of the rim, and switches to the left hand, scooping it off the glass.
The footwork looking like the dream down there. Step through with the left hand lay.
Pacers by 2 again. A very competitive first half. No surprise, the entire series has been that way. Bounce pass into the lane, stolen by Nembhard. Up the floor, Halliburton. Blind pass down low for a Siakam layup.
That's a pass there by Halliburton across court for another 2.
Halliburton, 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And we're still in the second quarter. Indiana by 4. Strong drive across the lane, left to right. Bridges poked out of his hands. Nembhard stole it. Here comes Halliburton from way out there, and the 3 spun around the rim and fell off. He was way out there on the right edge and couldn't get it to go. Brunson with a determined drive at the other end. He misses, but it's picked up off the glass and laid in by Hart. Boy, Hart is all over that board every night. He's got 7 rebounds.
Just doesn't give up on any plays. That's a skill.
60-58, Turner into the lane. Halliburton has it, dotted half. Back outside to Neesmith. He'll work off a Halliburton screen. Now gives it back to Halliburton on the logo at center court. Shot clock at 8, Indiana by 2. Under 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Halliburton's 3 is off target, rebounded by Anunoby. The Pacers 7 of 14 from out there. The Knicks 7 of 15. Good drive. Anunoby got to the glass, laid it in with a right hand, and he's on the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Nembhard tries to come over and take the charge, but he's inside the charge circle.
That is Nembhard's second. And the Knicks, 3 of the Pacers starters now have 2 fouls.
Yeah, and the Knicks are to some degree beating the Pacers at their own game in terms of this transition offensive play that they have here, attacking seemingly every play down the floor.
Robinson in, giving Towns a rest. He had 12 points in the second quarter. And with Robinson checking in, Bradley will get the call for the Pacers. Turner is out.
And for the first time, to some degree in this latter part of this quarter here, Pacers looking a little fatigued. in this transition game.
Anunoby looking for that three-point play, and he gives New York the lead. He's got 13 points. 61-60 New York. The Pacers had 43 points in the first quarter. They scored 17 in nearly 10 minutes here in the second. They led by as many as 10. They've never trailed by more than 2. Halliburton on the move, right side, cross court, near side. Nembhard with a clean look and takes advantage to bury the three.
He is just a different guy in the playoffs with that three-point shot. Knocks down another one.
Over 50% in the playoff, under 30% in the regular season. Indiana by 2, a minute 47 left in the second quarter. Brunson down the left side, and he's on the line with a chance for a three-point play.
It's going to be 2 on Neesmith, but Brunson again just knows how to attack angles, draws the contact, and is able to finish.
So 4 of the 5 starters, Halliburton being the exception, have 2 fouls. And Brunson, who has 15 points, will go to the line. He made all 10 of his foul shots in Game 3 and has made his only foul shot in this game. He's a left-hander, and he'll try to give the Knickerbockers the lead here. And he'll do exactly that. He's got 16 points, 64-63 New York. 100 seconds left in the second quarter. Halliburton has it off the high screen from Neesmith, penetrates the arc, now steps back. That's a 2-point shot off the back of the rim, rebounded by Brunson. Long pass to the other end. Bridges has it, fires and misses from right of the lane. Siakam picks the rebound up on one hop. The Pacers attempt to regain the lead with 80 seconds left in the half. Halliburton, center of the floor, gives it up to Siakam. Works his way to the right edge, handoff to Neesmith. He's in the lane, contact, and he's on the line twice. 1:11 left in the half. That's the 4th New York team foul. It's a shooting foul, though, and on Robinson, personal foul number 2. Any observations on Neesmith? Does he look reasonably agile off of that ankle injury?
Yeah, he looks very good to me. I don't see any ill effects right now from them turning that ankle the other night, which is great. I mentioned it during that game. Oftentimes you feel the next day. I'm sure he had round-the-clock care from Josh Corbeil and his staff.
First foul shot good. Let's find out what Pat has planned for halftime.
We'll get the halftime report. First half highlights of an entertaining first 2 quarters. We'll also take a look at the box score, catch you up on what you need to know around the NBA. All of that coming up in 1:11.
One more for Neesmith. Game tied at 64. 71 seconds left in the second quarter. Pacers have the lead back, and they remain perfect from the foul line. Neesmith with 10 points, and Indiana has made all 11 of their foul shots. Brunson crosses the timeline with just over a minute to go in the second quarter. Into the near corner for a quick catch and shoot. Anunoby missed the 3. Neesmith rebounds, outlet right side, Halliburton. He's across the timeline. Inside a minute to play in quarter 2. Indiana leading New York 65-64. Neesmith up top. He's going to attack Brunson. A collision at the dotted half circle. No whistle either way. And Neesmith banks it off the glass.
We talk about a physical drive. Just goes right after Brunson on that play and is able to get 2.
67-64. Pacers by 3. 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Brunson, 40 feet out left side. Neesmith on him. Robinson screens. Brunson moves it to the center of the floor. 3 ball short. Rebound Halliburton. 28 seconds left in the half. Right side. Nobody on Neesmith, but he missed the 3 from the right edge. Halliburton with a rebound. Bouncing it inside, and Bradley lays it in.
Almost ill-advised. Wanted to take the last shot there, but they're able to get 2 out of it.
Halliburton almost has a triple-double in the first half. He's got 20 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds. 7 seconds to play in the half. The Pacers lead by 5. 4 seconds to play. Brunson moving to his left, driving, stripped, ball out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. I think.
I believe so. Official's going to confer here to make sure.
It is halftime, or at least the Knicks are heading for their locker room. And so are the Pacers.
Outstanding
20 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's playing pretty well right now tonight. He's got it going. Heck of a response from Game 3. And what you really like is the close here to this second quarter. Like the Knicks took control of this game in the first part of the second quarter, but very nice close to the quarter, unlike what we saw in Game 3.
Pacers scored the last 5 points of the half, and that's their lead at halftime. Tickets for the Indiana Fever are on sale now. The Fever opened the season earlier this month, and additional tickets have just been released. Visit feverbasketball.com to get your seats today. Halftime downtown with the score. The Indiana Pacers 69, the New York Knickerbockers 64. Stay with us. We'll go courtside when we come back. Pat Boyler has our halftime report on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So we could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Offense has been the story here so far in game number 4. If you go back to the second half of game 3, the Pacers with a 42-point second half here on Sunday night, a 69-point first half. Indiana shooting 56% from the field, 50% from 3. However, the Knicks are close behind. 52% from the field, 41% from 3. The Knicks have hit 2 more free throws. New York is 13 of 14 from there. The Pacers are 11 for 11, 69-64 at the half. Here are your first half highlights.
The Pacers up early at 13-9. Halliburton drives it to the right side. The Knicks go to sleep, and Halliburton hits a 3. They just dropped off of him as though he had never taken a 3 in his life.
Completely sleep at the wheel, and he had time to lace up the seams, let it go, and that's going to force a timeout here by the Knicks.
Brunson having a strong first quarter, driving it with the right hand, spinning to the left hand. He's at the dotted half. He wheels to the goal, but his left hand doesn't cooperate, and here comes Halliburton. Cross court, right side, Neesmith. He comes soaring in and slams it with the right hand. 27-24 Indiana. Pacers take a 4-point lead to the other end, make it a 7-point lead as Siakam hits a 3 out of the right corner.
Good advance of the pass there by Halliburton, and Siakam just tees one up.
A very good first quarter for the Pacers, and after one, it's the Indiana Pacers 43, the New York Knickerbockers 35. That field goal cuts the Pacer lead to 5, and now Mathurin nearly threw it away. Good save on that sideline by Shepard. Pacers have the ball right to left, leading by 5. Backdoor cut, Shepard, and Turner got it to him right baseline for a layup.
Beautiful cut there by Shepard, and he gets an easy layup to go.
Halliburton on the move, right side, cross court, near side. Nembhard with a clean look and takes advantage to bury the 3.
He is just a different guy in the playoffs with that three-point shot. Knocks down another one.
28 seconds left in the half. Right side, nobody on Neesmith, but he missed the 3 from the right edge. Halliburton with a rebound, bouncing it inside, and Bradley lays it in.
Almost ill-advised Want to take the last shot there, but they're able to get 2 out of it.
Halliburton almost has a triple-double in the first half. He's got 20 points, 9 assists, and 9 rebounds. Halftime downtown with the score. The Indiana Pacers 69, the New York Knickerbockers 64.
After tonight's game, the two teams head back to New York for game number 5. That'll be on Thursday at 8 o'clock, 7:30 Kroger pregame show. The Pacers would love to not need a game 6, but they'll need to win tonight and game 5 in New York for that to be the case. If they can't do that, game 6 is guaranteed. The Knicks cannot win the series in 5. And if we do come back here, Saturday is game number 6. 8 o'clock tip, 7:30 Kroger pregame show. You can purchase your tickets now. If the game doesn't happen, we'll refund you. Pacers.com/tickets. Limited tickets are available. The Pacers lead 69-64 at halftime. First half stats are next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates. Get the freedom to activate your ideas and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about...
Hi, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with Healthy Indiana Plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Halftime from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, where the Pacers are leading game number 4, 69-64. The Pacers have a 2-1 series lead and a 5-point lead at halftime. I'm Pat Boylan. Here are your first half stats for the visiting Knicks. Jalen Brunson, 16 points. Although it did take him 13 shots to get there. He had 4 assists as well. Karl Anthony Towns once again has come to play. You can't be much more efficient than 14 points on 5 shots. OG Anunoby has been really good too. Now he's 0 of 4 from the three-point line, but 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Mikal Bridges, 6 in the first half, 2 for Mitchell Robinson, who got the start again. Played 12 minutes. Josh Hart continues to come off the bench, but playing starters minutes. In fact, Hart played 20 of the first 24 minutes, essentially just out for that initial 4-minute stretch where he didn't start the game. Hart had 7 points, 3 for Miles McBride, 3 for DeLon Wright. Precious Achiuwa did not score. Landry Shamet did not score. The Knicks shooting it well, 52% from the field, 41% from 3, 93% from the free throw line, 13 of 14. But the Pacers shooting it really well also, and we'll get to those stats in just a moment. Here are the individual player stats, and Tyrese Halliburton has put together, well, the stakes have maybe been higher, but statistically, his best half of his professional playoff career, and perhaps all of his career. 20 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds in 18 minutes. Pascal Siakam had 13, 12 for Aaron Nesmith, 5 for Miles Turner. Andrew Nembhard at 14 minutes had 3 points. Off of the Indiana bench, Benedict Mathurin, who's been quiet for most of the playoffs, with 8 points in 6 minutes, delivered a boost that Indiana needed. Their bench not having the levels of success that they did in the first half in game number 3. Shepard 2, Toppin 2, McConnell 2, Bradley 2. The Pacers are shooting at 56% from the field, 50% from 3. They're 11 of 11 from the free throw line. New York is +4 on the glass. The offensive rebounding hasn't really been a problem. The Knicks have just 4 second chance points, the Pacers 2. However, a lot of that Both teams not missing all that often. Again, the Knicks are at 52% from the field. The Pacers are at 56% from the field. The Pacers have forced 9 turnovers. The Knicks have forced 5 turnovers. And our halftime score is Pacers 69, Knicks 64. This is game number 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll take a look around the NBA next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at GameBridge.io. GameBridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Halftime at Gamebridge Fieldhouse of game number 4. The Pacers lead the Knicks 69-64. I'm Pat Boylan. Here's what's happening elsewhere. The winner of this series will meet the winner of the Western Conference Finals in the NBA Finals. That, not over, but looking like Oklahoma City. The Thunder have gone up 3-1, pulling off a tight win in Minnesota last night. They will play tomorrow night at 8:30 in Oklahoma City as the Thunder try to close out that series. The Pacers hoping to go up 3-1 to match what Oklahoma City did last night. They've got a 5-point lead at halftime. 69-64, the third quarter with Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill next. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
She's worked hard. We're so proud to drop her off at her dream school.
We've grown so much. This new location will be a dream for our business.
With this dream gym at home, the whole family can get stronger together.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
It's basketball season, so it's time to rally behind the Indiana Pacers with your favorite local pizza. When it's game time, make sure you've got Hot Box Pizza in your corner. With our everyday awesome deals, you choose the deal that fits your schedule perfectly. Whether celebrating a win or gearing up for the next big game, we have the pizza that keeps you fueled. Grab a slice and show your support for both the Pacers and Hot Box Pizza. Visit one of our 24 local locations for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. Check us out at hotboxpizza.com. Locally owned, locally loved.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life, an incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Third quarter, game 4 about to begin with Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill. I'm Mark Boyle. We're at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Downtown Indianapolis, and the Pacers are up by 5. They scored the last 5 points in the second quarter. They never trailed by more than 2, and they led by as many as 10 in the first half. They cooled considerably, Eddie, in the second quarter offensively. Nonetheless, a very solid first half. They've been reasonably competitive on the board. They have forced more turnovers than they have committed. What we saw in the first half, I think, is a formula for success.
Overall, got to be happy with it. 43 points in a quarter. Obviously, you like that, but it's not sustainable and not something that you count on. And when the Knicks took control of the game and to start the second quarter, I thought the Pacers did a great job in the latter part of it, responding, went on a run of their own to get a 5-point advantage here coming into the third.
Pacers have it to start the third. They're in yellow, blue and white numerals, letters, and trim. They move it left to right. New York is in the blue with the orange and white numerals, letters, and trim. Original starters on the floor for both. Andrew Nembhard, Tyrese Halliburton, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner against Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson, Karl Anthony Towns, and OG Anunoby. Third quarter begins with Siakam right wing pull-up for 2.
Right at Towns, almost sits him down. Gets the step back 2 to go.
Pacers have bridged the second and third quarters with a 7-point run. They lead 71-64. This is New York's first look in the third quarter. Brunson has it, moving at center of the floor. He threw it away. Halliburton knocked it down. Nesmith picked it up. Halliburton to the trailing Siakam, roaring down the middle with a right-hand slam.
He couldn't start any better. Outstanding execution on the first set. Get a live ball turnover and dunk on the second.
Halliburton's numbers exquisite. 20 points, 11 assists, and 8 rebounds. Indiana on a 9-point run, leads 73-64. Halliburton stole the ball again. Here he comes 2-on-2, this time to Nembhard, right to the hoop, right in front. He banked it up too hard, and the rebound over on the far side is out of bounds. It's off of New York's Bridges.
Yeah, that's a great job by Andrew Nembhard. He goes straight at the chest of Karl Anthony Towns there to attack him and put the onus on the officials. That's a no call, but the Pacers stick with it, and great job by Siakam of getting on the floor there.
14 on the shot clock, 10:55 left in the third. Ball in, left sideline. Halliburton retreats, using the right hand, picks up the dribble, goes to Siakam. A 3 is airborne and off target. Rebound Robinson of New York. That's only his second rebound of the game. Pacers by 9, New York with the ball, early third quarter. Pacers lead the series 2-1, game 5 in New York on Thursday. Towns with it, driving it on Siakam. He got down the middle of the lane. He hopped to the hoop, missed the layup, rebounded by Turner. Pacers on the go with Halliburton. Now it's Nembhard for 3, and he missed it slightly left of center. Towns cleans up for New York. 10:19 left in the third. The Indiana lead is 9. Bridges backing in on Halliburton, left side. He's at the dotted half. He'll shoot from there and leave it short. It's tapped up and off by Robinson, and it's rebounded by Siakam. Here comes Halliburton again. Perimeter right-hand bounce. Bridges is the defender. Turner screens, Halliburton drives. A step-back 3 is off the mark from the right sideline. Rebound knocked over to the far side where it's collected by Towns. New York has gone the first 2 minutes of the third without scoring. They're down by 9. They have trailed by as many as 10. Brunson with it, driving left hand, down the left side. He couldn't finish, rebounded by Nembhard. Here come the Pacers again. Nembhard accelerating, coming into the forecourt. At the top of the three-point arc, he hands it to Siakam. Siakam drives and kicks. Turner wide open, near corner, and he hit a 3. The Pacers have bridged the second and third quarters with a 12-point run. Timeout, New York. 9:26 left in the third. The Pacers by 12 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger. For mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePirac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before, bright, bold, and filled with meaning. As an independent spirit, he lived his life all in, the way we approach making our rum now. Still made the old school way, 92 proof, with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
9:26 left third quarter. The Pacers have bridged quarters 2 and 3 with a 12-point run, and they're in front 76-64. You can make dining at Harry and Izzy's downtown a pregame tradition. Enjoy the world-famous St. Elmo shrimp cocktail and the award-winning filet sliders. Harry and Izzy's proudly supports Indy basketball. You can make your reservation today by visiting harryandizzy's.com. Early third quarter. Let's go to Pat Boylan.
Well, it's been interesting to watch the pace numbers in this series because they've been a little bit counterintuitive. So far, the Knicks have had some success slowing the Pacers down. If you look at Indiana's 13 playoff games so far, 3 of the 6 slowest playoff games have come against the Knicks. Albeit, the Pacers are still having a good amount of offensive success, except for the second half on Sunday night. Rick Carlisle confirmed the Pacers were not playing at the pace or the execution, not anywhere close in the second half on Sunday. Spent a lot of time during their off day hoping to make adjustments in that regard. This game has been much quicker paced. New York has been shooting it well, has been keeping up with Indiana for the most part, but the Pacers on this 7-0 run are perhaps threatening that. They've gone up by a game-high 12 points.
Out of the timeout, New York will have the ball. They haven't scored yet in this quarter. Pacers are shooting 54% for the game. They've been out-rebounded by 5. They forced 6 more turnovers. And Halliburton is having one of his best games ever. One of the catalysts behind what the Pacers have done so far tonight. Bridges has it through New York. Halliburton is on him up top. Right edge of the arc. Robinson hands it back to Bridges. He cruises in right side and lays it off the glass. He had 6 points in the first quarter. That's his first scoring since. That ends the 12-point Pacer run. And now Nesmith comes scalding down the side. Robinson fouled him, preventing the dunk, but committing the foul, and Nesmith to the line twice.
Well, listen, you think about the intensity and the pace of play in that first half. We'll see which team is the best conditioned right now. The total mental component is extremely important right now. Mind over matter situation. Can you stay into it mentally and not let fatigue win?
Nesmith shoots 2. He made his 2 foul shots early, and now he's 3 for 3. The Pacers are 12 of 12 from the foul line. And it's 77-66. They've never trailed by more than 2. They've led by as many as 12, and they'll match that lead if Nesmith can knock down this second foul shot. He does. He's got 14 points. Indiana in front, 78-66. It was tied at 64. Since then, the Pacers have outscored New York 14-2. Bridges, who has New York's only third quarter field goal, has it right edge. Driving to the right baseline. Across the lane, right to left. He sends it out to Towns. Towns fakes the 3 and drives in from the left edge with a right-hand slam. 78-68. Nembhard counterattacks for the Pacers, who move it right to left. Siakam right wing, brings it back up top, gives to Halliburton. Halliburton penetrates into the corner. Turner bluffs the 3 with the shot clock at 10, and he stepped on the sideline.
I thought he should have let it go or drive that baseline there. Mitchell Robinson, and especially thinking about the conditioning component, the last 2 games, I thought in the second half, he wilted quickly.
That's only the Pacers' 6th turnover. New York down 10, and Bridges across the timeline. They're in blue, right to left. Perimeter right, Robinson. Turner on him. Robinson looks to get rid of it. Bouncing it toward the right sideline. Anunoby goes to work from there. A step back three from the left edge. Front rim, back rim, front rim off. Rebound Robinson. He'll shoot two.
He's able to come up one of his few offensive rebounds here in this game, but good foul there by Turner. He was just out of position. Got to put Robinson on the line. Cannot allow him to have easy dunks.
He is 2 of 6 from the line in this series, under 40% in the playoff. He'll shoot two. His team down by 10. They've had a good night from the line so far, 13 of 14. And Robinson is ready with the first of his 2 foul shots. And he nailed it. Where there is almost literally no room for error when he shoots that foul shot. It's parallel to the ground when he lets it fly.
I think it is a line drive. And again, he's, whatever he is, 7'1", 7'2". When he extends it, he's right there at the rim. And you're right. It's got to be perfect. Otherwise, it's going to come off hard.
Well, that first one was perfect, and so was the second one. He's got 4. They're within 8 after trailing by 12. Halliburton for the Pacers. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. He drives and tried to dish. It's tapped out of bounds. Indiana will have 16 seconds to shoot with a baseline inbound. 7:59 left third quarter. Pacers 78, New York 70. A commanding 3-1 lead is there for the taking if the Pacers can get to the finish line. Halliburton to play it in. And he's having some difficulty, but he got it in. And Nesmith wide open. The lane parted like the Red Sea. And there was literally no one within 10 feet of him as he ran in and dunked it.
Brunson falls down, and the other 4 Knicks just happy to watch the play.
80-70. Pacers in front by 10. This was the lead the Pacers had at the end of the third quarter in Game 3. They couldn't hold it. Misfire in traffic. Robinson with the rebound off of the Anunoby miss. And now Towns backing in. Siakam defending. Towns forces the shot. It falls off the front of the rim. Robinson starting to have an impact. He grabs it and dunks it.
That's his 3rd offensive rebound in the last couple minutes here.
And they are starting to exert their superiority on the board. They're +8. 80-72. Baseline jump shot. Siakam off the bounce. And he's got 19.
Like Siakam attacking Towns. Make him defend.
Pacers by 10. 82-72. Brunson with it, perimeter right. Left edge, Bridges, several steps outside the arc. On top to Towns, Siakam has him. 8 seconds to shoot. Towns has his dribble. He'll use it, taking it into the lane, walking to the front of the rim, leaving it short. Rebound Robinson again. That's his 3rd offensive rebound in a few possessions, but it ends up being to no avail as Towns heaves an air ball 3 out of bounds.
And that one there, Halliburton had it.
Siakam takes it from the left baseline, drives and misses. It's loose in the lane. It's knocked out to the edge. Siakam was seated, and he knocked it out to Halliburton, who missed the 3. Here comes Brunson. They're down 10 halfway through the third. Brunson with it, right edge of the arc. Holding the left-hand dribble. Taking it to the top of the circle. Feeds it left edge to Towns. Nesmith on Towns. And Nesmith is called for reaching in. That's 3 on Nesmith. They're going to count that?
Question.
He did make it, for sure.
He did make it, and he took 2 more steps.
Oh, come on. That is ridiculous. Let's look at it again on the replay. There's your foul.
1, 2.
No. Now they're out of challenges. But Pat, even if they did have a challenge, could they challenge that?
They could only challenge the foul, not the continuation.
Well, there was a foul. Knicks get the benefit of the doubt there, and they're back to within 8. Towns has 18 points. Are we concerned that the Knicks are starting to dominate on the glass?
There is some concern there because, again, as this game wears on, the hot shooting may cool down. We've seen it do that to some degree already. Got to try to limit the Knicks to 1 shot.
3-point play, Towns. It's a 7-point game. Halfway through the third quarter. Halliburton at the top of the circle. Left edge Siakam. He's 20 feet away. He'll try his luck. He'll miss. Offensive rebound. Tony Bradley, who had just checked back in. Halliburton drives and he's fouled. He'll go to the line twice. He came down the middle and drew contact.
Great work there by Tony Bradley. An immediate attack by Halliburton. He doesn't let the 3 go. He had that opportunity, but the lane was open. Great read here and gets himself to the free throw line.
Robinson on the foul with 5:55 to play in the third quarter. Team fouls, 2 on New York, 2 on Indiana, and Halliburton continues perfect from the line. He's got 21 points. He's made all 5 of his foul shots. Siakam gets a rest. Obi Toppin, who had 2 points in the first half, is on. And New York will substitute. Josh Hart will return. And Robinson will rest. Robinson has 6 points and 7 rebounds.
You mentioned 3. I think he ended up with 4. One of them, Halliburton tapped it to him as he was going in for the defensive rebound. Couldn't control it. And he taps it to Robinson. But either way, proven effective here in this third quarter.
Halliburton short with a second foul shot. Towns with a rebound. Indiana by 8. New York with the ball. 5:47 left in the third. Brunson has it on the logo at center. Ben Shepherd is checked back in. Will set the Pacer lineup when they get the ball. Shepherd called for a foul. As Brunson drives down the left side, the Pacers have Shepherd, Bradley, Toppin, Halliburton, and Nembhard. Brunson is playing with Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, and Hart. And that foul on Shepherd will send Brunson to the line twice.
I think you got to stop the basketball. Tony Bradley's in that drop coverage, essentially just laying back. And then he goes away. Brunson reads it beautifully and just attacks and is able to get to the line.
Brunson very reliable from the line, and he hits the first. He's got 17 points. He had 13 in the first quarter. Turner in, Bradley out.
Turner gets a quick breather as Rick Carlisle starts to balance the quandary of the depth of your team, and then also having your starters do the heavy lifting when it's needed most. You just tighten that rotation up a little bit.
Brunson made the foul shots. The New York lead has been cut from 12 to 6. Halliburton got it into Turner, who caught it in midair and laid it off the glass.
Beautiful finishing. Nice touch pass there by Halliburton.
Pacers still shooting very well, 53% from the floor. Brunson attacking again. He got into the lane. It stripped out of his hands, and it went off of Towns and out of bounds. Pacers will try to take advantage of New York's 11th turnover.
Official giving the Knicks all sorts of time to review this.
Well,
and I think it's off of Turner.
Well, they're going to challenge it, so we'll take a break. They did.
Yeah.
But in fairness, they gave the Pacers the same privilege in the third game.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah, you give them some grace there because it's obviously big moments here. Give them a little bit of time.
5:18, New York challenging the call. The Pacers lead 85-77. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Today we have two very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip? Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
5:18 left in the third quarter. The New York Challenge not only successful, but they gained 2 foul shots out of it. It was ruled that Halliburton reached in and fouled Brunson. The ball then was deflected and went out of bounds. The original call was that it went off of Towns. The Knicks challenged that. And as the film was reviewed, the crew chief here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, John Goebel, Sean Wright in the replay center in Secaucus, and a foul goes against Halliburton. That's the 4th team foul. Brunson to the line. The Pacers are in front by 8.
That could prove problematic with the way Brunson and Towns attack the basket. See if they are able to get to the penalty here.
Who is this guy on the big screen they're showing?
He's a celebrity. He's the one who was getting attacked by trash bags in New York City.
Oh, there's Nancy Leonard on the board. How about that? I had a chance to visit with her a little bit before the game. She sounded great.
Awesome.
She looks great.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see her.
You can just tell how proud she is of this franchise, this team, her and Slick, and others too, but her and Slick were very critical in this city keeping this franchise back in the early days of an NBA existence. And she still shows up when she can. She's 93 years old.
Awesome. That's a beautiful thing. Huge responsibility, as you mentioned, in assisting and keeping the franchise here, and great to see the franchise continue to take care of her.
Brunson to the line. His team down 8 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Brunson, 10 of 10 in game 3, 4 of 4 in game 4. And the first of 2 here is good. He's got 19 points. They have, Eddie, they have 3 in double figures. Towns and Brunson with 19, Anunoby with 13.
And Brunson got off to an extremely hot start. He and Halliburton going shot for shot in the first quarter. We'll see how the remainder of this third unfolds.
Second one short off the front of the rim. Shepard rebounds. Pacers take a 7-point lead to the forecourt. 5:14 left in the third. Halliburton drives, sends it cross court. Touch pass, Toppin left edge, and Shepard missed the 3. Bridges has the rebound. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. The Pacers started 4 of 5 from three-point range. Since then, they've gone 5 of 17 as Brunson gets into the lane and scores from in close again. They're within 5. They were down 12 earlier in this quarter. Turner has it on top, pitches it into the center jump circle. Halliburton drives it from there. He's on the foul line, and his jumper is clean.
2-man game between he and Turner. Way to read the ball screen.
23 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 assists for Halliburton. Indiana by 8. Brunson driving again. He's fouled. He banked it in, but he's fouled before the shot by Nembhard. No, I thought that shot was closer to being gathered than the Towns one. They gave it to Towns and not to him. Or did they?
No.
Well, they're in the penalty anyway.
Penalty, but you mentioned that. He's certainly.
You know, that's one of the, I think, one of the hardest judgments for an official, that gather when the contact is made.
Yeah, so and thus we see some inconsistency with that call, but to your point, extremely difficult. He knocks down the first, but with that, Aaron Nesmith checks right back into the game as he's had probably the most success in defending Brunson, but Brunson does not discriminate. He passes it around in terms of his offensive production.
Brunson made the first and made the second. It's a 5-point game. Indiana leading. 4:29 left in the third. They attack with Halliburton and Nesmith, Toppin, Turner, and McConnell. Right edge Halliburton, Nesmith center of the floor, Brunson on him. It winds up near the logo with Halliburton. The shot clock is at 10. Halliburton drives it, gives it right sideline Turner. Turner takes it with the left hand down the left side of the lane, leads inside of Towns and lays it in.
2 plays here tonight, wheeling and dealing on Towns.
89-82 for Indiana. 4 minutes left in the third. Brunson has the ball stripped and a foul is called. He's back on the line. He's already been there 6 times in this quarter, and he'll go twice here.
It's the craftiness. He's in the midst of chaos, but extends his arms just enough as they're swiping down on the ball. And as much as the arena doesn't like it, it's a foul.
On the replay, Halliburton, by the way, got his third foul. On the replay, I thought they could have just as easily given it to Neesmith, and that would have been his fourth.
Yeah, they're both right there as he splits the two defenders. And he gets this first free throw to go.
In game 3, he was 10 of 10 from the line. He's 8 of 9 from the line here in game 4. As he hits the first one, he's got one more coming. He's got 24 points. Halliburton has a team-high 23 for the Pacers. Brunson will try to get it back down to 5, and his second foul shot does that. Neither team has had anything resembling control, although the Pacers have been in the lead for most of the night. Their largest lead, 12. Here comes McConnell driving across the lane, left to right, picks up the bounce, sends it to Halliburton. Halliburton right sideline near the hash mark, shot clock at 10. Drives it with the left hand, now moves to his right, rises up and leaves a jump shot short. Towns is there to grab his 8th rebound. New York can make it a one-possession game. McBride left edge, down to Bridges. He's got Halliburton in the post. He's backing him in. He's in the lane to the far corner. McBride passed up a 3, and he stepped on the sideline.
That's great work by Toppin. He's guarding Bridges in the far corner on the weak side. He's in a weak side position in terms of help. Comes to the paint, looks like he's going to bring a double, and gets out there to challenge on the three-point line. Great work.
Indiana by 5, 3:21 left in the third. Halliburton on the go, on the drive, right down the middle. He hung in the air and blasted in with the left hand.
Incredible composure right at the rim.
He's got 25 points. The Pacers push the advantage to 7. Brunson runs into a double team. Halliburton knocked it away and then flopped to the floor and called a timeout as he was about to be tied up by Brunson.
Love the effort. Love the effort there. He's able to come up with the steal. And with the Pacers having 5 timeouts in that moment, it doesn't hurt you. He called that timeout. They still have 4 remaining.
The lead is 7, and the Pacers will have the ball out of the timeout with 23 on the shot clock. They'll bring it the length of the floor. When the Pacers win, bring a friend to Penn Station East Coast Subs. Just text BOGO to 727-722. By 10 o'clock the morning after a Pacers win, you'll get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store the next day. Visit Pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. Indiana by 7. We go to Pat Boylan.
Halliburton still 2 rebounds away from a triple-double. If you were listening at halftime, I said that he was 1 away. They did pull a rebound from him, and he doesn't have any in the second half. Halliburton has 1 career postseason double-double. The Pacers, as a franchise in the postseason, have 4, and Halliburton is one of them. That's something to watch for. He's already got 13 assists, which ties the 3rd most in a playoff game in his career. The most is 16. That was that overtime Game 5 win against Milwaukee. Got 5 extra minutes to do that. So his current pace on some of these numbers is certainly trending in a historic game nature.
His numbers overall, 25 points, including 4 of 9 from three-point range, the 13 assists, the 8 rebounds. Throw in the 3 steals. Now, we have talked from time to time about him not being a good defender, and occasionally, if we wanted to be really critical, pointing out that maybe he doesn't give as much effort as he could. But these last 2 games, he has really been defending at his peak.
There's a sense of urgency is there, just being able to provide some resistance here.
Out of the timeout, McConnell hits a 2 from the edge of the arc.
Yeah, they don't guard him essentially out there on the perimeter. He just steps into it. Great confidence, knock it in.
Remember, it was New York that finished the 3rd quarter with a burst in Game 3. That set them up for their 4th quarter rally. The Pacers trying to counter that here in Game 4. Brunson to the top. McBride has it against McConnell. Shot clock to 6. He retreats to the timeline. Towns up to screen. McBride centers it to Towns. He marches down the middle of the lane, and he laid it off, just beating the shot clock, but he was fouled, and he'll go twice.
They're going to talk about it. I think they're going to take a look. He is fouled, but it looks like they're going to take a look to see if the foul occurred prior to the time elapsing here.
It was close.
Yeah, it's very close. Solid possession by the Pacers, though.
The trigger on the floor is to see the foul occurred prior to the expiration of the 24-second clock.
So it's either a shot clock violation or a 2-shot foul pending this replay review.
And did they say who they called it? I didn't see who they got it. Oh, it looks like Toppin. Yeah,
it was Toppin. The replay on the big board, you couldn't see the clock. There it is. It's close. It's close.
I don't know.
Very close.
Yeah, I don't know that they changed it, though.
Well, he was definitely in the shooting act. I think it depends, Pat, does it not, on when the foul was called?
Correct.
They can go and look when the actual contact happened, so it doesn't have to be when the official made the call.
Well, they're not going to, excuse me, Pat, they're not going to waste much time.
After review, the foul occurs prior to the expiration of the 24-second clock. Towns will see 2 free throws.
Very close, could have gone either way, but I personally think that was a fair call.
I think it's the right call. It was, I mean, it's split second. But yeah, I think they got it right. And the Pacers, that defensive possession was very good prior to Towns being able to catch it and rip through and get to the rim. The weak side defense was just a step late. It's really just, that illustrates, the details and the discipline that you must have during the course of not only just a game, but possession by possession. Just one lapse there, and now Towns is on the line.
Towns, among his many skills, is an excellent foul shooter. 6 of 7 in this game. He's got 21 points and 8 rebounds. Correction, 19 points and 8 rebounds as he misses the first. Both teams have been good from the line, in fact, better than good. The Pacers 93%, 14 of 15. New York 89%, 23 of 26. One more for Towns. Indiana by 9, deep third quarter. And Towns is ready with his second foul shot. He made that. He's got 20. Brunson is their top man with 25. McConnell brings it up left sideline. Moving to the top of the three-point arc. Hands it off on the right wing to Toppin, and now Turner with it. Gives to Halliburton. Halliburton to the top. Turner left edge, wide open three, but Neesmith is short. Rebound, Josh Hart. New York down 8, 2:06 to go. We play on third quarter. Towns fakes a three, tries to drive it on Turner. Comes down the right side, spins into the lane. Boy, is he tough.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that is really good defense by Turner, but just much better offense by Towns.
6-point lead for New York, and now Neesmith's pass into the lane is knocked away by Brunson and stolen by Hart. New York threatening to close the third quarter with authority, just as they did in Game 3. Towns has it, tried to drive it on Turner, now feeds it inside, and McBride threw it away. Toppin with an excellent anticipatory move defensively, cut into the passing lane and stole the pass before it could get to the corner. Now McConnell, right edge. Turner is there, but he missed a three. Indiana really struggling with the three-point shot after a hot start. There's a loose ball foul. New York had one to give, so the Pacers will play it in from the side. That foul on Bridges is his second. The Pacers at one time were 4 of 5 from three-point range. Since then, they've gone 5 of 19.
Well, again, we talked about the pace of play, the conditioning component. Sometimes that happens there as fatigue sets in. Those legs start to give way a little bit, and as those shots are a little bit more difficult. But going back to that play there, Toppin doing a tremendous job, gets a steal on one end and forcing the foul there on the rebound.
Neesmith is out, Matherin is in. He takes the inbound pass and comes cruising into the lane, laying it off the right-hand glass as he was fouled. As much difficulty, Eddie, as he had in games 2 and 3, he has been on target here in game 4.
It's a different guy. He's put it in a different gear, and it's an attack mode, and this is what we've grown to see him do over time, and he just abuses Brunson, blows by, and it's a bad foul committed by Brunson as well.
It's only his first. Matherin on the line, and Matherin completes the three-point play. He has contributed 11 points tonight. He had a total of 11 points through the first 3 games. Indiana by 9. 80 seconds to play in the third quarter. Brunson across the timeline, and Matherin with a needless foul. He tripped Brunson at the timeline. New York, remember, is shooting free throws.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he tried to battle over the top of the screen there by Towns, and when Towns hits him, ricochet into Brunson, and it's not something you can review now. Although I think it's probably a defensive foul on him anyway.
Brunson has been living on the foul line here in the third quarter. He is 7 of 8, and he shoots 2 more here. His team is down by 9 with 76 seconds to play in the third. First foul shot cuts it to 8. New York will send Robinson back in and give Towns a breather.
And with that, Carlisle has matched those minutes with Tony Bradley in there to battle with Mitchell Robinson.
Bradley is in, and he has played a few rotations off the bench, generally a minute or two at a time. He's there to keep Robinson off the board. And Brunson's second foul shot is good. They're within 76 seconds to play in the third. Halliburton will control, bringing it across the timeline through the logo at center court. Off the high middle screen from Mathurin. He gives it to Mathurin up top. Mathurin moving to his left, picks up the dribble, looks for help, and gives it to Toppin. 8 seconds to shoot. Near corner McConnell, back to Toppin, right edge, on top to Halliburton. Here comes a long three.
Make them pay for it. They don't read the ball screen right, and he just lets it fly.
From dead on, he was right up against the logo at center. It's 99-89. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Brunson has it, right edge, fakes left, drives right, spins into the lane. He got to the goal and scored again. That was not bad defense. This guy is just that good.
This guy is a major problem.
33 seconds left in the third. Halliburton spinning to his left, gives it to Toppin to the wing. Halliburton there. 26 seconds to play in the third. He's going to drive it on Bridges into the corner. A difficult shot is off target. Loose ball foul on the rebound as Brunson and Mathurin hit the floor trying to grab possession, and that foul with 19 and 9/10 seconds left to go in the quarter will put Mathurin on the line.
Mathurin just taking advantage of his size and strength there. Immediately attacks the glass. Brunson had no choice. He just wraps him up. That's a beautiful WWE takedown move.
Ooh, nice with the wrestlers in the crowd tonight.
Exactly. Triple H.
Now, none of these guys use their real names. If you were a wrestler, what would you call yourself? EG4. EG4, I like that. Worked perfectly.
I absolutely love that.
Mathurin makes the first foul shot.
Anytime you can throw the number 4 in something, great things happen.
My wrestling name, I think, would be Mr. Softy.
Oh, wow. You have a short
I'd
career.
be one of those guys that was scripted to lose every night, but the fans would love me. I'd be an underdog. Pat, what would your wrestling name be?
PBJ.
What's the J stand for?
Well, the PB just gets me almost all the way to the jelly, so.
Nice.
You guys script this now? Well done.
Mathurin hits the first. He's got one more coming. He's had a very, very good night. And he continues. He's made all 6 of his foul shots. The Pacers lead by 10. The shot clock is off. Remember, they led by 10 at the end of the third quarter on Sunday. Brunson brings it across. Shepard is on it. Down to 10 seconds to play. Driving left hand. Here comes Nembhard with a double team. Pass to the foul line. Hart gets it out to McBride, and McBride misses the 3. Rebound snag, but a foul is called out on the perimeter.
This will be a push in the back by Hart, I believe.
I think so. I'm not exactly sure. John Goebel had the call. It is on Hart.
There it is.
And both teams are shooting penalties, so we go to the other end. It'll be Tony Bradley on the line. Bradley had 2 points in game 3, his first points of the playoffs. We will get you an ID here at the end of the quarter. Hang in.
Listen, I love what the Pacers are doing right now in terms of their multiple efforts here. That's exactly what it was during that possession there. Nembhard flying around, guarding multiple guys, closing out, trying to get the shots. Tony Bradley comes there and draws the offensive foul.
It's going to be a double-figure lead going to the fourth, but don't forget the Knicks are the master of the comeback in these playoffs.
This is what they do, and if you think about it, whether make or miss, it was 10 points going into game 3, in game 3 going into the fourth. But this is a different game.
We made the second.
And the Pacers clearly have a different disposition throughout these 3 quarters.
They lead by 11. New York has 1 1/10 to go the distance. Hart from backcourt, roaming the baseline, got it in, and McBride, did he get it off? It doesn't matter, it sails into the front court, glances off the top of the backboard. Before we go to the fourth quarter, let's take 10 seconds for network station identification. You're listening to the Elevance Health Radio Network.
This is the exclusive radio home of the Indiana Pacers.
WIBC HD2 W298BB, WIBC HD3 W228CX, Indianapolis.
Pacers with a strong third quarter. Let's see if they can get it to the finish line through 3. It's the Indiana Pacers 102, the New York Knickerbockers 91. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified Communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the NBA Finals.
In the NBA Finals, any moment can become unforgettable. Now is your chance to watch the next moment you'll remember forever.
Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Unforgettable awaits.
Anything possible.
The 2025 NBA Finals presented by YouTube TV begin June 5th on ABC.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Hey, this is Miles Turner, and you're listening to Pacers Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
And the Pacers are almost exactly where they were this time on Sunday night. Game number 3, where Indiana led by 10 after 3. The Pacers tonight lead 11 after 3, but certainly a different feeling going into this one. Game number 3, Pacers are seemingly trying to hold on to a 20-point lead for 27, 28 minutes. Tonight, the Pacers have played a much more balanced game, and they're being led by Tyrese Halliburton, who has 28 points, 14 assists, and 8 rebounds. He's also played 30 minutes, so his minutes something to watch here. Brunson has played 29 as we start the fourth with Mark Boyle and Eddie Gibbs.
Possession to New York. Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Landry Shamet back in. He played in the first half. This will be his first work in the second. Josh Hart and Miles McBride complete the picture. For the visitor, the Pacers start the quarter with Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Ben Shepherd, Benedict Mathurin, and T.J. McConnell. New York right to left. They're in the blue with the orange and white numerals, letters, and trim. The Pacers play in yellow, blue, and white complementary colors. The fourth quarter begins with Anunoby hitting a foul line jump shot.
Yeah, they run a set for him to get a shot, and he knocks it down.
He's got 15. The Pacers lead 102-93. They get it right back. McConnell right in front of the rim, hits a short jumper. It's 104-93. First minute, fourth quarter. McBride brings it across. McConnell waits for him at the bottom of the logo. He'll give it up, perimeter right to Shamet. That's Shepherd's assignment. Shamet with the shot clock at 10 off a high middle screen from Anunoby. Back up top to Anunoby, working Turner with the dribble. Driving down the right side, fakes, fades into the lane, left it short. Towns fumbled the rebound away. It's either out of bounds to Indiana or a shot clock violation. I heard the shot clock buzzer sound, but I think the shot hit the rim.
It hit the front rim, but I think the ball was out on Towns. But great one-on-one defense again by Turner against OG Anunoby.
Indiana by 11, 1 minute gone, fourth quarter. McConnell against McBride, bouncing it up top. Now Siakam handles. Siakam attacks. He's in the lane. He fades from the foul line. He's short. Rebound back tap by Mathurin. Grabbed by Shepherd. And a loose ball foul is called. Boy, Mathurin has been outstanding.
He's been a difference maker here tonight. Love to see him bounce back from a couple subpar performances. You got to think he's been a guy they've relied on coming off the bench. And he's doing more than just scoring it.
Hard on the foul. First team foul either way in the fourth quarter. McConnell makes the inbound into the lane where the cutting Mathurin grabs it and dunks it.
Josh Hart completely unconscious at the wheel.
15 points for Mathurin. Indiana by 13, early fourth. Perimeter right. Shamet will try a three, and that is a much-needed field goal for New York.
Well, we talk about the Tibbs getting deeper into his bench. Shamet is a guy who is plenty capable of knocking down shots.
The lead is 10. Right wing Siakam, one bounce, hopping into the lane, coming from the right wing and finishing with the left hand. 108-96, Indiana by a dozen. Just over 10 minutes to play in the fourth. Shamet just hit a three from the right side. He's got it perimeter left this time. Working the bounce against Shepard. He got into the lane. He couldn't finish this time. Shepard cleans up. McConnell sprints to the forecourt to Mathurin and into the corner where Siakam hits a three and then turns to the New York bench. He's got 24 points. Timeout, New York. 111-96 Pacers. Early fourth on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gainbridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Every assist the Pacers record tonight results in a $5 donation to the Pacers Foundation from Key Bank. So far, 27 assists on 41 field goals. And the Pacers have their largest lead of the night at 111-96. The start of the fourth quarter is always important. We saw the Knicks use that to their advantage, Eddie, in Game 3. But here in Game 4, the Pacers with a terrific first 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
Listen, they've got a terrific first three quarters and some change here. They've done a great job of playing consistent basketball, and they have an opportunity to shut the door in this last 9:52.
Out of the timeout, Indiana with McConnell, Mathurin, Shepard, Siakam, and Turner. New York has inserted Wright for the first time this half. He played and had a three-point field goal in the first half. Towns is back in. Anunoby is on the floor. Hart and Shamet complete the equation. I wouldn't think it'll be too much longer before Brunson returns.
Yeah, there's no question about it. You know, this is a crucial moment in this game. This building is buzzing right now. Pat McAfee got them on their feet even more so out of this time out here, and they're feeling it.
How is it that Pat McAfee and Charles Barkley can say things I get fired for and people just laugh?
That is a fantastic question.
Well, we'll mull that over another time as Turner fouls Towns on the perimeter, his fourth.
I mean, I feel like we may as well just give it a shot. It seems to be acceptable behavior at this point.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Depends on who you are.
Yeah, no. Pat's down there going, yeah, try it.
Look at his chops. No, he's doing double duty already. He's got the fever to contend with.
Yeah, he's busy. Towns down the right side. Turner recycled the shot. Hart has the ball, though. Up top to Anunoby. Shot clock ticking down, 1 to shoot. He got it off. That is a remarkable shot by Anunoby, a 3 from the near sideline.
Wow, that is a huge shot after a big-time block by Turner.
111-99, Indiana by 12. Anunoby has 18 points. Turner gives to Siakam. Siakam delivers to McConnell. Left sideline, right hand, 9 to shoot. McConnell to the wing, McConnell to the baseline, 6 to shoot. Picks up the dribble and he traveled with it.
Yeah, he got himself caught essentially in jail in the dead corner, and OG Anunoby just squeezed him there.
That turnover notwithstanding, the Pacers doing their usual excellent job in that area. That's only 8th on the night. New York has given it away 14 times. Wright will bring it up. They're down by 12. Wright versus McConnell. Anunoby on top, clawed at by Siakam. Now it's Shamet, left side hash mark, shot clock at 10. Ball to the top of the circle. Hart there versus Mathurin, and now an offensive foul off the ball as Towns in the post, trying to carve out space, is called for the offensive foul.
And a great job by Turner, just standing his ground. He's got his hands out, extended, and Towns just ties him up.
McConnell will bring it up, 8:45 to play in the fourth. The Pacers are up 12, trying to go up 3 games to 1. Siakam left edge, center of the floor, Mathurin. He'll flip it to Turner. Hand off McConnell, in on the right side. He tried to go into the lane, and the pass is deflected. Hart will get it up the floor. Wright brings it across, left sideline. Moving toward the wing. Turner picks him up at the edge of the arc. Now Wright retreats to the hash mark. Picks up the dribble, goes left wing. Anunoby versus Shepherd, got into the lane. They work it around to the far corner. Nicely done, but Shepherd missed the 3. Anunoby rebounds. His shot blocked from behind, and the loose ball to Shepherd. Out into the open floor. Mathurin outnumbered. Works his way into the near corner and threw it away. It's loose on the sideline, and a loose ball foul is going to be called against
OG Anunoby.
And that'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, he gets himself caught in a tight spot going for that loose ball and just crashes into Mathurin.
8:04 to play. Indiana by 12. The shot clock at 16. Shepherd gets it into Mathurin. And Mathurin moves it center of the floor, down the left side. He falls down. The ball is loose. And we will get...
looks like we're going to get a foul call on Josh Hart.
A foul on Hart.
Wow.
Well, you don't usually see fouls called in those loose ball scrambles.
Not in that one there. Oh, he falls on top.
Oh, ouch. He landed right on top of Mathurin's face, banging the back of his head into the floor, unintentional.
Yeah, just an incidental contact, but yeah, you got to call that there.
Yep, that's their 3rd team foul. Halliburton in, McConnell out. Halliburton has had a brilliant game. 28 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds. He has been magnificent from the opening tip.
Yeah, sensational, and it talked about the balance of depth in playing the heavy lifters, and that's what Rick Carlisle is doing here, and Towns just picked up his 4th. That's an awful foul.
Yep, trying to fight through a Turner screen, and also that's their 4th team foul. So now you've really got him backed into a corner.
And here you go again. I mentioned this at the beginning of the series. As great as Towns is as a player, sometimes he just makes some boneheaded plays in terms of his fouls, putting himself in a bad way here.
Neesmith is in, Shepherd is out. Shepherd is in that Bradley category in that he doesn't get a lot of minutes, but he always manages to contribute something. Driving into the lane, Mathurin is fouled. He'll shoot it twice. He was too far under. There was no way he could have scored, and they fouled him anyway.
And that's hard, and that's his 5th. So, see, decision-making time here for Tibbs. He would love to close this game out with Hart on the floor. See if he decides to go with Robinson or not here.
We'll see what he does, but you're down 2 games to 1. You're down 12. I think you got to run with him.
I mean, yeah, I agree. And he's a vet, and the problem is he's one of your best defenders also. He's going to have to take a little bit of the intensity off on that end, but we'll see if the Pacers elect to test he or Towns, as Towns has 4.
And the Pacers have 7 minutes and 52 seconds to work that penalty.
Yeah, this is just IQ basketball now. Don't settle for bad perimeter jump shots. You have open ones, you take them for sure. But if you get a chance to drive a guy who's out of position, you do it.
Another foul shot, Mathurin. He's perfect. He's got 16 points. His second one gives him 17. He had 11 points through the first 3 games. He's got 17 in game 4. The Pacers have a 14-point lead. 7:49 to go. Brunson back on the floor, sprints into the forecourt. He's over on the right sideline. Off a Town screen, Bridges to the near corner. Intercepted. That's the 4th steal for Halliburton, and at the other end, Neesmith threw it away, trying to get it into the corner for Mathurin on the break. Hart leads the break for New York. He's got it right edge, sends it into the lane. Bridges sees a crowd, dumps it into the corner where Anunoby missed a 3. Turner grabs the rebound. 7:21 to go. The Pacers by 14 as Halliburton sends it near corner. Mathurin unloads a 3 that barely got to the rim, and it's out of bounds to New York.
Rick Carlisle's not going to like that one there. As much as you love the pace of play, still have to show a little discernment there with the shot selection.
We move down toward the 7-minute mark. The Indiana lead is 14. Brunson driving to his right, into the lane. Hart is there. Siakam fouled him. Foul shots are coming. Hart had 7 points in the first half, has not scored since. And he'll go to the line here. He's been all over the board per usual. He's got 9 rebounds.
Yeah, and that was a great cut by Hart there. He's able to catch Siakam sleeping a little bit, cuts right in front of his face, but good foul by Siakam. Don't give up the easy 2 at the rim.
Pacers up 14. They've been out-rebounded by 11, but they've been able to overcome that. Hart goes twice. He made a pair of foul shots earlier, and he hits this one. Mimhart is in. Mathurin is out. He has really been outstanding,
yes,
and he'll be greeted by his teammates as he comes to the bench.
Yes, and the fans.
Looks like he's going right on into the locker room.
Yeah, looks like he's going to go by himself. But great minutes here so far here tonight.
Second foul shot misfire. Rebound Neesmith. Indiana by 13. Under 7 minutes to play. Halliburton to Neesmith. Left edge of the arc. Bounces it once. Gives it to Turner. On the logo, Halliburton. Moving to the left sideline with the shot clock at 9. Neesmith is open, but his 3 from the right edge is short. Hart has his 10th rebound of the game. He'll bring it back for New York with 6:39 to play. They're in a 13-point hole. Bridges got it to the cutting Anunoby. Almost walked with it. Gave it to Hart, and Hart is fouled at the goal. Boy, he came very close, and I'm talking about Anunoby, to walking before he got rid of it.
Very close. You may have dragged it, but that'll be Siakam's 4th there, so he and Turner both with 4.
Hart just made 1 of 2. He'll go twice here. A reminder that C&J Water is the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com. 6:31 left to play. 4th quarter, game 4. Hart knocks down the foul shot. Toppin is in. Siakam is out. As Eddie mentioned, he just picked up his 4th foul. Indiana's going to take a timeout. 6:31 left, 4th quarter. Pacers lead 113-101. You're listening to the Eastern Conference Finals on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
6:31 to play in the fourth quarter of Game 4. The Pacers lead by 12 as we go to Pat Boylan.
Mark, this from a recent huddle, but you can imagine the sentiment is still there. Rick Carlisle imploring his team, quote, "We've got to keep running." A simple message, but it's something that he felt like they struggled greatly to do. He called it a horrible job of keeping the pace up in the second half of game number 3 on Sunday. The Pacers took nearly a quarter of their possession down to single digits in the shot clock, which is not something they typically do. So you can imagine even with the lead here, it goes against conventional NBA wisdom, but not against what the Pacers want to do. He wants his group to keep moving.
Well, 6:31 left in the fourth. This next 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm stating the obvious here, Eddie, but critical.
There's no question about it, and I'm sure that they were discussing this during this stoppage of play here. Big minutes here for Obi Toppin as he relieves Pascal Siakam with those 4 fouls. The Knicks have committed 5 fouls, so the Pacers have penalty opportunity if they're able to draw some fouls. Hart still on the floor with 5.
They will play out of the timeout with Towns, Anunoby, Brunson, Hart shooting the foul shot, and Bridges. The Pacers have Turner and Nesmith, Toppin, Nembhard, and Halliburton. Hart on the line. His team down a dozen with 6 minutes and 31 seconds to play, and he made the foul shots. He's got 10 points to go with his 10 rebounds. He had 10 rebounds in game 3. Halliburton for Indiana, left to right in yellow, down the right side, gliding through the air and laying it in.
Beautiful execution out of the timeout. Gets Tyrese to a strong hand and just lays it over Towns.
It's his third 30-point game of the playoffs. Indiana by 13 halfway through the fourth quarter. Hart picks up the bounce, sends it to the right sideline. Brunson got it inside, and Anunoby is able to get to the goal and draw the foul on Nembhard.
That'll be 4 there on Nembhard, but again, even though you deal and contend with some sort of foul trouble, it gets a little tedious there. I like the fact that the Pacers are not giving up easy 2s at the rim.
That's also the 4th team foul, so both teams in penalty the rest of the way, and Anunoby puts the first one up off the back of the rim. Indiana by 13, hoping to go to New York with an opportunity to close this series Thursday night, but still much work to be done. Anunoby missed them both, and it's rebounded by Halliburton.
Great team rebounding, 5 yellow jerseys in the lane.
That's his 9th rebound. He's 1 rebound shy of a triple-double. A long 3, Halliburton off the front of the rim. He was slightly right of center. Anunoby rebounds for NYK. They're down 13. He drives aggressively into the lane. He lost the ball. It squirts into the corner. Halliburton tried to save it, and it's out of bounds to New York.
That's great work by Toppin there. He's retreating as Anunoby's attacking. But good hands there, is able to get a deflection and stop the layup.
14 on the shot clock. Ball comes in far side baseline. They're down 115-102. They get it in. Bridges from the corner to Towns on the wing against Turner. Back to the top. Bridges lets a 3 go and nails it. Bridges quiet tonight with 11 points. He had 6 of those in the first quarter. 10-point game, 5:28 to go. Halliburton for Indiana. Moving to his right, penetrating the arc. He's cut off right of the lane. He'll shoot from there. His rebounded shot is pulled down by Towns. And New York has a chance to chip away further with 5:13 to play. Bounce into the lane, and Anunoby is fouled by Halliburton, his 4th. That will also be the 5th team foul with 5:10 to go. Anunoby just missed 2, and he's going to go 2 more times here. He's generally a good foul shooter, 81%.
And again, in the interest of not giving up an open 2, Halliburton just grabs it. But right now, the Pacers are a step slow. They're getting out of position, putting themselves in a spot where they have to commit those fouls. Got to do a better job of doing their work early.
Siakam in, topping out. Anunoby nails the foul shot. They're within 9 at 115 to 106. And they're within 8 at 115 to 107. There's still time. 5:09 to play. Halliburton brings it across through the logo. Working the right hand, moving to his right. Edge of the arc, right sideline to the right baseline. He'll feed it to the top. Nembhard has it. Shot clock at 9. Nembhard bouncing, observing, driving, right wing, pull up jump shot, no. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Turner, and the Pacers, those last few possessions are looking a bit tentative.
Yeah, and well, just bogged down, holding the ball. The Knicks are able to set their defense. Got to continue to keep the pace of play going, ball movement and body movement, even in the half-court set.
4:36 to go. They're down 8 with the ball. Brunson on the logo. Towns with the high middle screen. Brunson outside the arc, driving on Turner. He'll float that left hand up too hard. Rebound Towns, and he finishes. They have dominated on the glass. That time the putback cuts it to 6. It was 15 earlier in the game. And the Pacers, with 4:15 to go, need a hoop. Near corner, Siakam for 3.
That's a big one. But it's all initiated. You get 2 feet in the paint. Nembhard's able to get 2 feet in the paint, kick out and 3 ball.
27 points for Pascal Siakam, under 4 minutes to go. Bridges on the right wing, sends it out to Brunson. Brunson driving on Nesmith. At the foul line, kick out to Bridges, launching and hitting another 3 from the right edge. He's hit 2 big threes here in the fourth quarter. The lead back down to 6. 3 minutes and 43 seconds remain. Here's Halliburton to the hoop. They can't stop him. He drives down the middle, and he's got 32 points.
2 consecutive plays, 2 feet in the paint. Great things happen.
120-112. 3.5 to go. Towns has it. Gives it to Brunson, left edge of the arc. Bridges has hit a couple of threes. This time he's going to drive, feed it across the lane, and at the goal, Hart's dunk is blocked by Turner, but the rebound to Hart, and he finishes. New York very tenacious, hanging in there. They're within 6. 3:12 to go. Halliburton driving to his right, backing up with the left hand. Towns is the defender, and now Indiana takes a timeout with 3 minutes and 6 seconds to play. It's 120 to 114, and the Pacers, out of the timeout, will have 12 seconds to get a shot.
Listen, Rick didn't want to see it anymore. He was done with the pounding of the ball. That's what that timeout's about there.
Well, that gives us a minute to talk about our Indiana Soybean Alliance versatile player of the game off of the Indiana bench. If this place is sold out, what is it? What does this hold? 17-8 or?
A lot of people.
Okay. If you went around and asked everybody who the Indiana Soybean Alliance versatile player of the game off the bench was, the over-under on how many would not say Mathurin is 3.
Exactly. That's a good call. Yeah, he was outstanding. Great response against subpar performances the last couple times out, and it's all initiated and predicated on his aggression.
Pat, I assume you agree. I'm sorry, PBJ, I assume you agree.
Thank you. Yes, I'm not going to be one of the 3, that's for sure.
All right.
PBJ, that was so good.
That was very good. Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. New York has demonstrated all throughout the course of these playoffs determination, resilience, the ability to come back. And although they've trailed almost the entire game and have trailed the entire second half, they've cut a 15-point lead down to 6. They're very much in the hunt.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And coming into this series, we talked about how evenly matched are. Both teams play with great resilience. The Pacers did it in Game 1. The Knicks did it in Game 3. We'll see how this one unfolds in the last 3:06.
Nembhard to inbound, 12 on the shot clock. He takes it back from Turner. Driving to his right, edge of the arc. Shot clock to 7. He backs it up. Under 3 minutes to go. Drives, right baseline, pull up, long. Rebound tapped and controlled by Turner. It was Siakam and Nesmith over on the other side battling for it. Kept it alive, and then Turner grabbed it, and he'll be on the line.
That's exactly right. More times than not, is who wants it more. And Siakam's battling OG Anunoby on the weak side. He's able to keep it alive with a tap. and Turner just cleans up the mess there.
Turner 1 of 1 from the line, 12 points tonight. That's the third foul on Bridges, both teams shooting the penalty. Turner also has 3 more blocks. He's averaging better than 2 blocks a game during these playoffs. He misses the foul shot. Still a 6-point game with 2:52 to play. One more for Miles Turner. Pacers from the line, 20 of 23. That's 87%. He made the second. The lead is 7. New York has the ball with 2:52 to play. Brunson brings it up. Neesmith hounding him. He hits the timeline with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play. Drives to his right, goes to the corner. Towns has it there against Turner. Towns holds it head high. Hasn't used his dribble and won't. Out to Bridges, strong drive, right side, cross court. Anunoby from the left wing into the lane, off the glass, and a very late whistle, an offensive foul. Neesmith had position at the edge of the restricted area, left side of the floor. What are you waiting for, David Guthrie? That's a foul one way or the other.
Yeah, you got to do something. He was just shocked in the moment. But again, Neesmith has done this time and time again. No better moment to take a charge than there.
2:27 to go. The lead is 7. Halliburton across the timeline. He has been nothing short of magnificent. Driving to his right off a Neesmith screen. Edge of the arc. Now with the left hand, spins to the right wing. Cross court. Siakam to the top. Neesmith drives down the left side and he's buried. He'll go to the line twice. He rolls over onto his left side. He took a hard hit coming down that lane. Towns is down 2.
He and Towns both collided there, and
Neesmith pops up first.
And
Towns has 5, and he's not getting up. He's down on the baseline.
I couldn't tell. He's holding that left knee again. We're going to get a review here.
Timeout, New York. Coach's challenge. They're challenging a defensive foul call on the floor.
Now watch for this being changed to a foul on Turner, with Turner pushing Towns in the back into Neesmith.
Well, they were very on point with the last review. Meanwhile, Towns is still down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
here's this.
Yep, so there's the...
Towns was holding the knee before the contact.
I'm telling you, he's been holding his knee since the end of Game 3. Since the end of Game 3.
Well, we see a replay from the overhead camera on the big scoreboard, but nothing on the monitor here.
Well, there is a little nudge by Turner. The question will become, is it enough to change the call? It looks like he's trying to shield him the way he does sometimes when his teammates are driving to the basket. But Neesmith ends up colliding directly into Towns.
Crew Chief, here's John Goebel in the replay center. Sean Wright, during these finals, there's only been one official in the replay center. There's only one game every night.
Oh, and that's knee-to-knee contact. So as Neesmith launches, he plants with his left foot and he launches. The right knee is going up. It goes straight into the left knee of Towns.
Here's a pretty good replay.
Yeah.
It's, unless Turner pushed him, it's a clear defensive foul on Towns.
Well, that's just the slightest nudge. And
here comes John Goebel.
After review, Turner pushes Towns into Neesmith.
You nailed it.
Therefore, the encore ruling has been overturned. It is now an offensive foul on Turner. The challenge is successful. However, there's a second challenge. They lose a timeout regardless.
Boy, you nailed that.
Yeah.
And that is Turner's 5th foul.
That is his 5th foul, but the question becomes the health of Towns now. Because I'm not sure what he did. It was in the 4th quarter, in the latter part of the game, in which he started favoring that left knee.
He is still badly limping, but he's going to stay in the game. They'll have the ball. They're down 7 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to play.
He's going to try to battle it out, but clearly he's favoring it in a major way. And unfortunately for him, if I'm the Pacers, I see how much trouble you're in from a health perspective.
2:11 left. They've got a 7-point hole to climb out of. Brunson crosses the timeline with 2:05 to play. Neesmith is on it. Up to set a high screen Bridges. Brunson driving to his left. Now he's on the foul line, bounces to the far corner. Bridges with a shot out of the corner, knocked out of bounds by Halliburton. Off the rim on the weak side. Boy, that was a really difficult shot.
Yeah, I mean, difficult pass and catch. Meanwhile, Halliburton is dealing with Hart, trying to keep him off the glass.
1:55 to go, 14 to shoot. Ball in, an immediate catch and shoot. Bridges misses a three out of the near corner. Siakam kept it alive, and Halliburton grabbed it up the floor. Here comes Siakam, and there's Anunoby backtracking, blocking the shot with 1:44 to go. He came soaring in on the left side. That was a marvelous play by Anunoby.
Yeah, he did an outstanding job. Siakam trying to split both Towns and Anunoby. The great chase down block there by Anunoby.
1:44 to play. New York has one timeout left. Indiana 2. Both teams shoot penalty. Pacers by 7, 18 to shoot. Halliburton to get it in from the near side baseline. He'd best hurry. He found Siakam, and Siakam is fouled. Siakam came working his way in, left side of the lane. Hart was a half step behind the play, and Hart has fouled out.
It is a done deal for him. They're talking about hit the road, Jack. Man, I'll tell you what, Siakam saves the day with that cut to the basket, though, because Halliburton is really up against the clock, had nowhere to go with it. You don't want to call a timeout in that situation. You don't want to burn it. Tight game. Great cut by Siakam.
This is my 37th season in this league. Hit the Road Jack was the signature song for guys fouling out in 1988.
It's going nowhere no time soon.
No. Siakam had the big game in Game 2. He's got 27 more here in Game 4. And he'll shoot a pair with Indiana up 7. And he bounced it in off the front of the rim. He had 13 points at halftime. And he has scored 15 in the second half. That's his thing, just consistency.
I mean, it's so valued there. The way quietly he's put 28 points on the board. Obviously, Halliburton has had a sensational night, but you look up and Siakam right there with 29 now.
Bounced in the second one, 10 of his 29 here in the fourth. New York down 9 with 100 seconds to play. Brunson into the forecourt, to the far corner, driving the baseline. Bridges, he tried to bounce it to Shamet in the near corner, and it's kicked out of bounds. Shamet in the game now because he's a good three-point shooter, and they need points, and they need them in a hurry.
Yeah, you got to have him on the floor. Very good three-point shooter. And again, they're in the stage now. They need flawless basketball to get back into this game.
94 seconds to play. The inbound to Bridges, who missed a three off the catch near side corner. Halliburton rebounds. The lead is 9 with 87 seconds to play. Halliburton left sideline, Siakam. He's played by Shamet. Holds it head high. Now puts it on the floor. Driving, side of the lane. The fade from the left wing is off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Nesmith, but he couldn't hang on to it. The Knicks are out and running, and Anunoby comes in and draws a two-shot trip to the line. Turner has fouled out of the game.
That's a tough break there. And, I mean, such a difficult decision for Turner there. Does he track him down and challenge, or does he give up the two? But he gets a nice hand here. Great work here by Turner.
69 seconds to play. The lead is 9, pending these Anunoby foul shots. He's 5 of 7 from the line in this game and has scored 20 points. First foul shot, clean.
So Rick Carlisle elects to go with Toppin here instead of Bradley or Bryant. We'll see how they match up on that end.
123 to 115. 123 to 116. He made them both. 68 seconds to play. New York will press the length of the floor. Nembhard brings it up, bouncing it to Nesmith. They're into the forecourt safely. Halliburton handles. We're under a minute to play. The Pacers lead by 7. New York trapping, desperately trying to force a turnover. Nembhard has it way out left edge. 5 seconds to shoot. He drives it on Brunson. He lost the ball at the baseline. It squirts out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson. 2 and 7/10 seconds to shoot. 47 and 7/10 seconds to play. Baseline inbound with a 7-point lead. Halliburton will make the inbound. Towns will challenge. And Halliburton got it in. Top in for three! Top in for three!
Beautiful execution there on the baseline. They forget about him, and he knocks down the 3-ball.
10-point lead as Brunson got inside and missed. Rebound Halliburton. 34 seconds left. He'll cross the timeline with half a minute to go. The Pacers will head for New York on Thursday with a chance to get to the NBA Finals. Neesmith right sideline, center of the floor, Siakam. The crowd to its feet. Brunson on the foul. 126 to 116. And the standing ovation, well-deserved. This was a very impressive rebound from a very disappointing performance.
There's no question about it. And this team just simply has not put together back-to-back poor performances. And I don't know how long. They've been able to bounce back
This will be
each and every time.
This will be 33 games without consecutive losses dating back to March. And they haven't lost consecutive home games dating back to December.
Listen, and it's not just the winning, it's how they're bouncing back. It's the process within the game itself. Their dominant performances in which they've been able to put together. And obviously here you got to battle this one out all the way through. The Knicks understand what's at stake here, and they're a very good team, but
here
what a
comes
performance here by the
Mathurin
Pacers.
and McConnell. They will replace Neesmith and Halliburton. Well, this is subjective. You can look at numbers. He's had perhaps statistically better games. I doubt that Tyrese Halliburton, given the performance and the circumstances, has ever played a better game.
No, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you'd have to search high and low to find a game that matches his effort here. The numbers speak for themselves, but it was the overall disposition and the fact that he just took control of this game. Right from the start.
Siakam made one, missed one. They break quickly, and Brunson gets to the goal, lays it in with the right hand. That's his first scoring of the fourth quarter. Only 16 seconds to play. The lead is 9, and now Mathurin is fouled at the timeline by Anunoby, and he'll...
Tough players we have in the league. Guys like Miles Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. Sheer toughness that they're going to be able to play with, and they won't go away quietly.
Mathurin made the first, missed the second. Towns rebounds. 12 seconds to go. They'll make one last run at it. Bridges for three. He's had a nice night, and he hits a three from out on the left edge. That makes it 128 to 121. They're going to play right to the final horn. The ball is into Mathurin, and he's fouled. So he'll have to make his presence known at the foul line at the other end.
Siakam put together the quietest 30 I think I've seen. I mean, a guy is just so efficient, and you can count on him to come up with big plays on a nightly basis.
Mathurin, 1 of 2 on his last trip. That second one was the first one he'd missed all night. He's had a really impressive night. He's got 18 points, make it 19.
It was some very much needed performance, and not only just for what's happening in this game, but moving forward for him to get that confidence back.
You know, you look at Halliburton's number, and you would say, and I think you'll agree, that he is the Kroger performer of the game as Mathurin hits both foul shots. Knicks hurry to the other end. Shamet unloads a three. Rebound, Mathurin, time runs out. And the crowd roaring its approval as the Pacers take a 3-1 lead. What I was about to say is this. Mathurin's played splendid. He's clearly the Kroger performance of the game. But the Pacers played so well tonight, there are at least others you could discuss.
Well, there's no question about it. And this is where this team has really thrived. The team effort, multiple guys making healthy contributions throughout this entire season. But Tyrese Halliburton is certainly at the forefront of it. He led the team well here. And here you go.
Kroger proudly sponsors our performance of the game. Let's go courtside where Pat Boylan is standing by with Benedict Mathurin.
Mark, thank you. Ben, on Sunday at 10